It's time for the consolation game of the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix with live video online at cpg-tv.com. Lakewood Park Christian will take on Garrett. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty, Pizza King, Syracuse Glass, State Farm Insurance Agent Dan Buckman, Lake City Bank, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Brook Point Inn, Syracuse Pizza Hut, Pilcher's Shoes, Oakwood Resort, Shop Offs Drive-In, Foyle Plumbing, Goshen Home Medical, 1950 Signs and Graphics, and Sox Marina. Now let's take you to the Hardwood TP. With tonight's call, here is Bill Dixon and Coach Kaz Zinel.
And thank you very much. Here we are at the Hardwood TP for the consolation game in this year's holiday tournament, which will feature the Railroaders of Garrett and the Panthers of Lakewood Park Christian. I'm Bill Dixon alongside Coach Kaz Zinel to bring you all the action from tonight's contest here on CPG TV and 93.7 FM, The Mix. Coach Kaz, let's talk a little bit first about Lakewood Park. Interesting situation. It's two schools that are right next to each other.
Yeah.
They don't play each other in anything.
Well,
so it's a real unusual opportunity for these two schools to come together on the same floor, particularly the smaller school when you get into that, that David and Goliath story.
I had a great conversation with Steve Oberlin, their coach, for just a few minutes, and he was telling me exactly what you just said, that they don't play each other in basketball. And so you know what I did? I offered to buy him a water. And he said, oh, no, you don't. But I said, hey, I'm on Social Security and teacher's retirement. I mean, I'm making all these big bucks now, and I didn't. And as of now, I'm not on the Trump what? The Trump where he's not paying anybody. That's the government.
Oh, the government shutdown?
The government shutdown. Yeah, we're not on that. So anyhow, I went and got him a water. He is really great. He has a rough record this year, but he said he plays well, he plays hard, and he said this tonight is going to be a huge chance for him to play. Yeah. And he said he's really kind of glad to play Garrett. So that's interesting, isn't it?
They're going to try and run Garrett off the floor.
Yeah.
And that's going to be tough.
That's going to be hard.
So
it's going to be an interesting game.
That's their only chance.
Yeah.
That's their only chance, they're going to try and run Lakewood Park's going to try and run Garrett right off the floor. Now let's turn that around. Let's talk about the Garrett Railroaders. They come in here tonight, record is 1-8. However, they play a much stronger schedule than Lakewood Park does. Lakewood Park played Clinton Christian, got blown out by a 2-1 score. It was 70-something to 40-something. It was ugly. They both played Angola. That's really the only common opponent they have. Lakewood Park lost by 15. Garrett took them right down to the edge. So despite what the records say, I really feel like Garrett's got the upper hand here. And what Garrett is to Lakewood Park is what Warsaw is to Wawasee.
Yes,
they have no choice but to win this basketball game.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. And, don't you love to be – I've been all over the states. I've covered every state but about 3. And in Indiana, when you cross that state line, you see basketball goals everywhere. And, the rivalry is huge.
Yep.
And like you said, this is that analogy between Wawasee and Warsaw and Lakewood and Garrett is coming to play tonight. And it's going to be a great ride. It's going to be a great game.
When we come back, we'll talk about the keys to tonight's contest. This is the Wawasee Holiday Tourney on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina on the east side of Webster Lake. Boat storage, service, and sales. Proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics and proud dealers of Trifecta Pontoons, Puller Craft Boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu Outboards. Online at soxmarina.com or at 574-834-2894.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM, The Mix, and CPG TV is brought to you today in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering sports bracing, power chairs and scooters, lift chairs, hospital beds, diabetic footwear, walkers, stair and vehicle lifts, respiratory equipment, and more with delivery. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626 or online at goshenhomemedical.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Foyle Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Foyle Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Foyle Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Shop Off's Drive-In on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Before the game, corn dogs, Spanish dogs, a variety of sandwiches including pizza burgers and breaded cheeseburgers, deep fried veggies, root beer floats, and car hop service is available. Shop Offs will be closed until January, next to Horizon Bank, located on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-3012.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
And welcome back to the Hardwood TP. Tonight's consolation game featuring Lakewood Christian and the Railroaders of Garrett. I'm Bill Dixon alongside Coach Kaz. And Coach Kaz, time for a look at tonight's key of the game. Keys to the game brought to us tonight by the Oakwood Resort. And for those Lakewood Christian Panthers, they feel like they've really got to own the floor. They have got to push the ball and make Garrett make mistakes on defense and get the ball all the way down the floor before Garrett's even ready to go down the floor.
Yeah, that's what Coach Overton said briefly, that their big thing when I asked him for the keys, he said, you already have them. I said, well, give me two. And one of the thing he went over and over and over again, this idea of pushing the ball and making sure that the other big thing he said is making sure they play good defense tonight. He said that's been one of their huge, setbacks.
And from what I understand, they want to play defense like they play offense. They're going to push the ball up, and they're going to play full court on the way back down.
Yep, that's gonna be interesting to see. And I was just watching these kids warm up from both teams, and I don't see any D1 players. Nobody's got 6'8" or 6'7", so this is just going to be really in rugby basketball. Again, at its finest.
And, of course, if you're going to play that kind of basketball, it doesn't do you any good to play it if you don't maintain possession of the ball.
Oh, yeah.
So the Lakewood team has got to maintain possession. They can't be turning the ball over.
Yeah, that's another big thing Overton was saying. Oberlin was saying, we got to watch our turnovers. We can't turn the ball over. Evidently, that must have been a problem so far for them this year. And it's got to be corrected tonight. And he is really, really looking forward to playing against Garrett. This ought to be a great game.
Garrett feels like they have to own the boards tonight, and they probably have the size to do it.
Yeah, you got 6'5", 6'4", and 6'2". They got two guys 6'5". Yeah. So, they can. Again, the big thing is going to be screening out. Mm-hmm. So Lakewood has got to screen out these taller guys from Garrett and see what happens. If you look at Garrett, look at Lakewood. They have nobody.
Who 6 foot.
Well, one guy that's 6 foot, and he's not even starting.
Yeah. Then the other thing for Garrett is they feel like they got to make the shots. Yeah. When you look at their field goal shooting percentage, Coach, of their major players, Farney is the only guy over 50% for this team when it comes to field goal shooting. They have, and that includes the guys down low. They have got to put the ball in the hole more reliably to win here or anywhere else.
Yeah, or anywhere tonight. And, and they've traveled a long way.
They have.
Holy cow.
And played the second game.
And
they got
a long way home tonight. And didn't you say that they were here tonight? They
played this morning.
They played this morning. So,
in the second game this morning. So they didn't start till 11:15.
Yeah, 11:15.
They weren't done by 12:30. They at the earliest were at their hotel by 1:15, and then they were back here at 5 o'clock.
It's really kind of nice though traveling. I don't know. I just kind of enjoy it. It's a different atmosphere.
It's very much different.
Neither of these teams have been here. You're
Right.
playing on a different court. Of course, that brings back the Hoosier motto where the guy is measuring
sure.
the thing.
Absolutely.
Everything's the same everywhere in the state you go. But it's just going to be. The other thing is the 3-point shot. I mean, of course, that was way before my time. We had to go up and take a ladder and take the ball out of
Didn't
the
they
basket.
invent the 2-point shot during your time
Yeah,
of playing?
right.
Everything was just 1 point,
Everything
wasn't
was
it?
1 point.
When they started?
Oh,
and free throws
my.
were like worth a half?
But it's going to be interesting. Overton was saying he did not tell me the name, but he said if we can hit a couple threes tonight, he said that's going to turn the game around for us. So it's just going to be. I can't wait. We've only got 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and we'll get this road on the show.
We'll come back with starting lineups in just a moment. We've got Lakewood and Garrett in the consolation round of the Wawasee Holiday Tourney. Coming up next here on CPG TV and 93.7 FM, The Mix.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Oakwood Resort in Syracuse. Oakwood Resort is offering a fun, busy work environment with a variety of responsibilities available on their team. Ideal for staycations with a seasonal winter rate for the hotel. The Waterfront Restaurant offers fine dining in a casual environment with selections as simple as chicken tenders or more upscale like surf and turf. 574-457-7100 or online at oakwoodresort.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster, offering men's and women's Brooks, walking and running shoes in men's sizes 7 to 16 and women's 5 to 13. Fitting narrow, medium wide, and extra wide. Pilcher Shoes helping your knees, hips, and feet problems for over 70 years on State Road 13 in North Webster. 574-834-7463 or online at pilchershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and all-day delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13, 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zipline, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse. 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse. Before the game burgers, wings, fries, pizza, and dinner specials. Chubby's Pub and Grub inside Wawasee Bowl on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
And welcome back to the Hardwood TP for the Wawasee Holiday Tournament. Coach Zinal, let's take a look at those starting lineups, and let's start with the Lakewood starters, if we might, Coach.
Yeah. I don't have those
All
heights.
right, let me take care of that for you. Starting tonight for Lakeland, a 5'11 sophomore, Josh Pike. A 5'11 sophomore, a 6'1 junior. Okay. That's interesting.
That's the trouble I was having when I was going that.
These names do not line up.
No,
at
they
all.
don't. They're not right. But you can go ahead and give them
That
that was the right sheet.
At guard,
Oh, boy, that makes me feel good,
TJ
Bill.
Fowler. At forward, Zeke Farnsworth. At forward, Cademan Bontrager. And at center, Dylan Miller. The Lakewood Christian Panthers are coached by Steve Oberlin. Coach, why don't you give us the starters for the Garrett Railroaders?
Okay, really quickly, Bill. Brian Wilson, he is a 5'9 senior. Sam Farney, he is a 6'2 senior. Number 24, Paxton Huffy is a 5'9 senior. 25, Kobe Lercellarelli. He is a 6'2 senior. And number 54, Coburn Vari. He is a 6'5 senior.
All right. One of the things that they didn't tell you is that they got a freshman out who had been producing 11 points a game.
Here we go.
So that's going to be a problem for Garrett. Now we'll pause for our national anthem. The national anthem dispensed with, both teams now be reporting to the floor after they are announced to the crowd. This is extremely interesting. I wonder what happened on the Lakewood Park Christian lineup, because none of these kids, not a single one of these kids lines up. Not a single one.
Yep, that's all different.
That's wild and crazy. I have no idea what could have happened there. All right. It's almost like they brought the JV or sent the JV roster. All right, so reminder that we do have another game coming up after this, the championship game, which will be featuring the Hanover Central Wildcats and the Wabasee Warriors. That's coming up immediately following this game here on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV. Our officials tonight come to us through the state, through the IHS AA.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, it's David and Goliath. It's speed against size. It's everything you want against everything you want for Hoosier basketball. This is going to be a good one as Lakewood Park and Garrett get it together. Bontrager jumping center for Lakewood Park, jumping center for Garrett. Corbin Yarian.
Like you said, Bill, Indiana basketball at its finest. Here we go.
Ball's in the middle of the floor. It's up. Tip is controlled by Lakewood Park. Fowler to bring the ball across the timeline. Picked up as he does so by Wilson. Going to the right-hand side. That's Farnsworth. Farnsworth, high post, extended. That's Bontrager looking down low. He's got the big man Miller. Turn, nice big foot to the hoop and put it in the hole. 2-0 Lakewood, 7:40 to go in the first. Garrett pushing the ball up. That's Wilson all the way coast to coast. Can't make it happen at the hoop. The outlet comes into the hands of Lakewood Christian. That's Pike all the way down. The quick pass down low to Fowler into the glass for two more. Lakewood Christian up 4-0.
Yeah, that was two quick buckets, Bill.
Wilson in the corner and then for three with Hefty, but he walked with the ball as he caught it, and that goes back to Lakewood Park. They start up fast and furious. Lakewood Park giving Garrett everything they want so far.
Yeah.
Full court pressure by Garrett.
You talked about that before. That's what they said they were going to do.
Fowler, middle of the floor. Miller breaks it and gives up instead to Pike. Pike driving, dumps underneath. Beautiful backhand pass to Farnsworth, but he walked it. The ball down low. Nonetheless, there's going to be a foul instead, as they say. Pike drove over the kid before he released the ball, and he might have done so.
That was a great take on that charge. Gee whiz.
And so Garrett with the opportunity here, trailing 4-0 with 7:13 to go in the first quarter. Lucarelli across the timeline. Little hop picked up by Farnsworth. Lucarelli going to the far side where he finds Hefty. Hefty bringing it around, gets the foul line extended and bodied before the shot. He'll take it out of bounds underneath the Garrett basket. Foul's going to be on Pike, his second, team second.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Two
quick
ones.
Very quick.
one on the charge, and then
Lucarelli in the corner. Wilson, three. Too hard, not going to go. Rebound goes through the hands of Yarian, who throws it into no man's land and picked up by Garrett. A lot of slop there as Hefty decides to drive it. He gets 6 feet out. Rejected by Bontrager.
Well, they got their own rebound, though, Bill. They can't have this.
And now Garrett is into a set offense here as they work the outside, trying to make something happen down low with Yarian, looks like.
They're taking their time, aren't they?
Lucarelli on the near side to Wilson, to the far side to Hefty. They run the give and go off to Lucarelli, and he gets the nice layup and in. 4-2 Lakewood. 6:20 to go in the first.
Nice bucket by Lucarelli.
Pike coming down the floor whistling. He is hacked on the way through. That's going to be on Wilson. That will be his first, team's first. And Lakewood Park will inbound in front of the scorer's table. Ingram into the game as Pike will have a seat for Lakewood Park. 4-2 Lakewood Park. Go ahead.
Coach Overton have a quick word there with one of his players as he brought him out.
Farnsworth gives it up to Fowler, and then in the paint they find the big man Miller. Too hard to the glass, won't go. Touched as it goes out of bounds by Farney. It'll still be Lakewood ball.
Yeah, it'll be Lakeland ball underneath. Lakeland needs to score, Bill. Lakewood, thank you. They need to score.
You and I are going to do a lot of that, I can tell right now. Farnsworth looking to inbound for the Lakewood Park Christian Panthers. Way out top, Fowler. Fowler on the near wing is Farnsworth as they ran a little mini wheel for him, but nothing going. Starts to drive, spins, high post extended, bounce, throws it up there, does not get the slop. Nice rebound underneath for Ingram, but he goes up too high. And then everybody watches the ball come down and nobody goes after it. And now it's a scrum. Finally cleared out of there by Yarian of Garrett.
Oh, nice job by Garrett, Bill.
Wilson forgets to take the ball to the hoop and shoots from 8 feet out. That slop's not going anywhere. Rebound Lakewood Park already into the forecourt.
That was a sloppy shot.
That was very sloppy. Farnsworth, Ingram on the far side. A touch for Bontrager, and back to Farnsworth for three off the front of the iron. Not there. Rebound Wilson. Wilson coming down on fire. Gets across the timeline. Now he waits for everybody else to show up. Lucarelli. Skip pass finds Yarian. Far wing is Hefty looking down underneath. He's got Farney coming in there, and he'll go to the line for two. Nice move by Farney to go to the hoop. Well timed. They've got that worked out well this part of the season.
And it was just a nice try to do the defensive move there on Lakewood, but Farney just not been able to get underneath well enough.
Farney gets 2 shots here. First one is good. Farney on the season, one of the better shooters for the team, 65% from two-point land, 47% from the line.
That foul on Lakeland was Farnsworth. That's his first, team third.
Second one's an air ball, did not touch the rim. It will be Lakewood Christian ball.
Now here comes that full court pressure by Garrett again.
Yes, indeed. A 2-1-2 full court zone. There should be a trap in the middle.
Oh, little push, no call.
Ingram gets the inbound. Ooh, that's got to be a foul or a travel, one of the two, and they're going to call the foul, and that'll be on Hefty, his first, team second. Tough defense by Garrett. You're going to have a few of those.
Oh, they got to have it if they're going to.
Ingram, middle of the floor, knocked down and picked back up then by Farnsworth, driving underneath and hacked in the act of going in.
I think it's going to be on Farney.
Yeah, Bontrager. Farney's whistled for his first, team's third, both teams 3 personals. At the line is Bontrager for Lakewood Park Christian.
Bontrager not been to the line yet, and
now he has.
That's the first one.
That looked pretty automatic. I'd say a few thousand of those are shot across the summer break.
Oh, man, you got to practice your foul shots so much.
Second one by Bontrager. Oh, no good off the heel of the iron. Rebound Lucarelli. He's coming up the floor. Cut off. Then he picked the ball back. That looked like a walk. Into the corner. That's Hefty. Not going to go. Rebound fought for, and coming out of there with it is Dylan Miller. And Lakewood Park Christian now coming up the floor.
Yeah.
Farnsworth on the far wing. Go ahead, Coach.
No, Lakewood just taking their time now. They're moving the ball whenever they can. They're not going to run. They're not going to run a run and shoot offense.
No, they're not. Miller, big man, coming down the lane, puts it to the glass. So that was not good. Rebound Yarian, and Garrett coming the other direction. That was not good.
Inside the imaginary circle, couldn't get it.
Wilson to Yarian, faked the three. Everybody bought it. Went with a little layup. Oh, and then a huge hack.
Foul.
Only way that
Jeez.
could have been bigger is if he was carrying a chainsaw.
Yeah, but he
Foul on Yarian is his first, team fourth.
He was frustrated.
How many times have we said that, Coach? Offensive mistake yielding defensive mistake
Yeah, well, he was
over and over again.
Really frustrated at missing that easy bunny.
Miller to Ingram in the front court, picked up double team, throws an air ball to nobody. TJ Fowler makes it happen for Lakewood Park, but just a lot of luck as they try to go underneath the Miller, and it's knocked out of bounds. Good defense there by Lucarelli.
Yeah.
It will still be Lakewood Park Christian ball.
Well, you took the mind right out of my thought. That was a great defensive move there by Lucarelli, because it would have been an easy layup for Lakewood. But
Warren Joseph into the game for Garrett, replacing Paxton Hefty. Lakewood Park Christian looking to inbound. It was way out top to Fowler. Far side, Farnsworth, Bontrager, back to Farnsworth, dribbles all the way down to the baseline, picks up the dribble, ball's tipped, stolen by Garrett, coming down the way. That's Warren Joseph. Now he'll wait for the cavalry to arrive. He decided definitely not to do something with that.
Surprised.
Wilson
taken it in.
To Lucarelli, almost gets his picket pocked. You like that?
That's a Zinalism. I love it, Bill.
3 up by Wilson. That was even unintentional. 3 no good. Rebound Lakewood Park Christian.
It's that age thing that kicks in.
Farnsworth up top to Fowler. Now they kick it back. Ingram fakes the 3, won't do it, pulls inside the paint and kicks it back outside.
Oh, you got away with a big travel there. Well, maybe the referee is doing some pro ball.
Farnsworth on the far wing up top to Bontrager. He's got the height to run the high-low, and there it comes. Down low it goes to Miller and kicks it back outside. 3 going by Farnsworth.
3
now
seconds
what do we
in
got?
the lane.
Oh!
He was parked out. He had his
camping in the lane. It's a campfire violation, and we're going the other direction. Timeout, Lakewood Park, 5-3. Lakewood, 3:05 to go in the first. This is the Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Broadcasting from Wabasee High School at number 1 Warrior Path in Syracuse, Indiana, we are 93.7 FM The Mix, WRWT LP Syracuse, a Pathways program.
Wabasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix. And CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wabasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Now back to Wabasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back. 5-3 Lakewood, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Garrett bringing it down, and
reach in.
That's going to be on Garrett. It turns the ball over to Lakewood Park Christian, Coach. Yep. Wow. Lucarelli whistled for the infraction, his first, and Lakewood throws the ball right through their own hands and out of bounds to Garrett. Yeah, but it was a reach in that they had the ball.
Well,
they had the ball.
Lucarelli was there. It's an okay call.
Subs coming in. Bailey into the game for Garrett. And Lucarelli will ride the Naugahyde here at Wabasee.
Which is plastic here at Wabasee.
Hide from the rare and endangered Nauga. Wilson coming out with it. Boy, I tell you, that Fowler kid plays some tough D, Coach.
He does, doesn't he?
Wilson going all the way around to the other side. Gives it up. Joseph comes up high, drives the paint. Not going to happen. Rebound, TJ Fowler. Lakewood Park Christian the other direction. They already got men in position. Downson bound low for Miller. Comes all the way out with it. Ingram. This could turn into a war of attrition, Coach, because Garrett's about 9 deep on the bench now, and I don't think Lakewood Park's any further than about 6.
Nope. You're right.
Bontrager, foul line extended, kicks it back up high to Ingram. Ingram, a touch for Farnsworth. They try running the wheel, but it's slow. Farnsworth, that's not going to happen either. Miller tried to get into position to run a little inside out, and that isn't going to work. Farnsworth, corner, 3, swish. Well, if you got that, why not, you know?
Yep.
8-3, Lakewood, 1:52 to go in the first. Wilson bringing it up. And they're going to call a push as Wilson came across the timeline. A little body there by Farnsworth. And he might have done so. That'll be his second foul, team fourth.
You know, that was a nice tray, too, by Farnsworth on that last possession.
It was.
Wide open, and he took the shot.
8-3 Lakewood, 1:38 to go in the first. Wilson up top and around the horn they come. A touch for Bailey and back to Wilson running the show. Near wing Joseph, he'll look around. No, nothing happened in there, and that was tight D being played by Ingram as he runs over Mr. Wilson as he has the ball. That's generally frowned upon by the men in stripes, and
rightfully so.
Foul on Ingram is his first, Lakewood's fifth. Wilson up top, near side, looking down low. They find Farney, tries to muscle his way in. They get a double team, and Wilson can't take advantage of it as the inside out run well by Farney. Turnaround instead by guard, nothing happened in there. And pass coming down the floor, stolen by Wilson, shot by Wilson, banked in off the glass for the three by Wilson. Of course, it does not count because he did not call the bank. 8-6 Lakewood, a minute even to go here in the first quarter. Farnsworth all the way down, all the way to the glass. Hoop-de-doop. Charge is the call. Wipe it off the board. That is not going to happen. Farnsworth will be whistled. What is that, his second?
Yep.
Team sixth.
A third.
His third. Wow, that's huge. That is huge. Lakewood does not have that deep a bench, and if the Farnsworth is out, that's going to be rough. That is going to be hard.
Yeah, because he is tremendous on defense.
Yep. Oh, they got several kids. The Fowler kid is very good on D.
Ingram
is really good. Well, I thought they'd run this full court pressure on them. There'll be a trap the timeline too. You watch.
Well, this is neither team has really been able to hit consistently.
No,
but
neither team could find
both teams took the wide open three. Farnsworth and Wilson.
Guard inbounds to Wilson, and Wilson to run the show. There's a trap coming. Oh, they telegraphed the trap, and over the trap. They find guard down low on the baseline. Will he back his way in? No. Way up top to Wilson. He could have, if he wanted to bump bodies, he's got the frame to do it.
And he should have taken it in.
He should have.
He had the position.
Farney, way out high. That doesn't look right. And Wilson will take it instead. 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. Lakewood up 8-6.
2-3 zone by Lakewood.
And Garrett is perfectly happy to burn the clock. And Lakewood Park Christian is perfectly happy to have that occur. 19
They're going to go for the last shot.
As the ghost of Coach Sorrell descends upon the hardwood teepee.
Oh, I love it.
A touch for Bailey, and then guard around the horn. It comes to Wilson in the corner, looking down low. That's Farney. Turnaround. Stuff. Rejected by Bontrager. Second time tonight. That kid's got skills in the paint.
Yep.
Ingram brings it down, shoots the three, misses at the buzzer. We end the first quarter 8-6 Lakewood. We'll be back with more Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational action on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by State Farm Insurance agent Dan Buckman behind Syracuse Glass. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Online at danforinsurance.com. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Glass, offering custom frame mirrors, shower enclosures, residential and commercial window glass, custom glass for furniture, and auto glass repair and replacement for over 25 years. Syracuse Glass next to Burger King on State Road 13, 574-457-5516.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Pizza King in North Webster and Syracuse, offering pizza, subs, pasta, salads, and more with delivery service. Pizza King in North Webster, 834-2565, and Syracuse, 457-5446, or online at pizza-king.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back. A little second quarter action elapsed there as Garrett drove the hoop. A quick foul on Dylan Miller as Hefty drove the hoop, put it in the hole, and now then hits the free shot. And now Garrett up 9-8 with 7:49 to go in the first half, Coach Seinel.
Oh, just a nice drive there by Bill and a nice free throw.
Miller, Harmon up top to Fowler, back to Harmon. Harmon on the hardwood one time, and now up top to Ingram. This Ingram-Fowler combination, good combination of guards for Lakewood Park Christian. They find Miller, foul line, going to go the whole way in, can't get it done, and they call him for the charge.
Travel, but a charge. Boy, that was a great job, Bill.
Miller whistled for his second. Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
Second, yeah, no. That's just a great position, a great foul. Great charge to take is what I mean.
Farney inbounds for Garrett to Hefty, and Hefty to run the show. Wilson getting a little bit of pine time here. Hefty into the forecourt. Coming out for a touch is Yarian, but the paint's the wrong color, so he gives that up quickly to Farney. Going to work the perimeter one time? Yes, they are. Near side to Bailey. Back up top. Off balance was Joseph. Had to get rid of it. Finds Farney coming baseline. Gives up to Bailey. 15-footer. Not going to go. Tip, tip, tip. There's Bontrager. He's got such great hands for a big man. Very impressed with Bontrager.
Now they need to hit.
Fowler to Ingram. Trying to look for somebody. He finds Miller. Foul line extended. Going to drive the glass. Bad shot from 3 feet out. Rebound. Garrett coming down the floor. Nice behind the back dribble by Hefty. He's going all the way to the block, all the way to the glass,
nice.
all the way to the hoop, and all the way in.
Oh, nice job. Nice job.
11-8. Garrett. 6:32 to go in the half. This could become a war of attrition, Coach. I really think it could. All the way down. Miller standing under the glass. Garrett overplays him, and Miller lays it off the glass and in. 6:19 to go in the half. 11-10, Garrett.
Nice shot by Miller.
Hefty gets around Miller, goes all the way to the glass again.
He's gonna be
and he's fouled on the way in. He will shoot on the way up. He will shoot 2. Whistle is on Ingram. His second, team 9th. We are going to be shooting shots until Tuesday, Coach.
Yeah, well,
because Lakewood has now got Garrett into the double bonus on the next one.
And Garrett has 5, so they got one to give.
Hefty to put the ball in the hole here. First one, not going to go. Subs on the way in. Wilson will come back in, put the epaulets on. Bailey will have a seat. Coming in for the first time for Lakewood Park is Cruz, as they let Miller have a quick seat.
Dribble.
Second offering for Mr. Hefty.
Got it.
And the 83% free throw shooter puts that one in the hole. 12-10, Garrett. 6:10 to go in the half. Lakewood Park knocked away. That still should be Lakewood Park ball, and it is. But good hands by Wilson.
I missed it.
Wilson just poked it out of his hands out of bounds.
Oh, all right.
Garrett in a 2-1-2 full court zone. Fowler, far side to Harmon. Across the timeline, looking in the corner. That's Ingram for 3. Pardon me, that is not Ingram. That is Cruz for 3. Not going to happen. Touch down underneath. Picked out of there by Wilson. Wilson is everywhere for Garrett. Coming down the floor into the corner. Nice 3 by Hefty. Not going to go. Great box out there by Fowler. Made that work. And then the foul by Hefty. Offensive mistake followed by defensive mistake.
Just reaching
over
in.
20-some years of doing this, Coach. If I had a penny for every one of those times we've said that, neither one of us would have to do this anymore. Bontrager to inbound for Lakewood Park. The foul on Hefty, his second. Garrett sixth. So that means Lakewood in the bonus now, too. Bad pass going up the floor, stolen by Garrett. Credit Joseph with the steal. Coming up the floor, looking further down, Farney. Can't get away from his man. Spins, shoots, short, gets his own rebound, comes out the other side, finds Bailey. Bailey out to Wilson, and that was the big red reset button.
Reset.
Joseph going to drive down, gets away from his man, but he gets away from him by lowering the shoulder.
Oh, man.
Lowered the shoulder, and there might have been a little bit of an Oscar in that, Grant, but nonetheless. The ball will go back to Lakewood Park. No, foul will be on Joseph, his first.
His first, all right.
Player control foul, so we're not shooting shots.
All right. Got it. Thank you.
And Lakewood Park to break the press. They do break the press. They get right in front of it, driving all the way down. Ingram, whistle, and he's hacked in the act. He'll go to the line for the deuce. Foul will be on Joseph again. Just that quick, he picks up a couple.
Yeah, 2 quick ones on Joseph.
And puts Ingram at the line for Lakewood Park.
Ingram had not been to the line. Ingram, for as much defense as and offense as he plays has not gotten any points yet, and
still doesn't.
No
As
points.
that one was a brick off the back of the iron. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half of basketball here as Garrett leads Lakewood 12-10 in the consolation round of the Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Tourney. Second one, not
Same.
any better. And rebound Garrett, and a quiz whistle. Jump ball is the call.
Whoa.
As Fowler gets in there and wraps up Fernie, 5'8", wrapping up 6'1", but he got done. And the arrow belongs to Lakewood Park, so they will get the ball back,
Yeah,
Coach.
I love this jump ball turnover thing. It's so much nicer than throwing the ball up every time.
Yep.
Such a
Ingram
great
to
change.
inbound. Looking, having a look. Still seeing who's there. Close to a 5 count. Used about 6 out of that 5
Yeah,
count.
I think so.
Cruz takes the inbound and hands off to Harmon. Now they'll go far side. Bad pass, but Harmon there to save it for Lakewood Park. Harmon thinking about the drive, might have palmed the ball, kicks it back outside. 3 away by Fowler, not going to happen. Nice weak side glass by Cruz to put it in the hole. He was in the right place at the right time, knew exactly what he was doing.
Came
Well
right
done.
down, went right up with an excellent shot.
Big man for Garrett back in the game. Yarian in the middle of the floor gives up to Bailey, tripped on the way through, and they'll call the foul on Ingram. Prior to the shot, should be on the floor, but it's still going to put Garrett at the line. They're going to give him 2 on that.
So that foul's his third.
Oh, he's in double bonus. That's why they're giving him 2.
Yeah.
All right. Foul is on Pike. Foul is on Ingram. His 3rd foul,
Yep,
Coach.
Ingram's third.
That's a problem.
No, and
Foul shot, by the
quick
way,
ones, too.
foul shot by Bailey is good. 13-12 Garrett, 4:35 to go in the half. Subs. A kid not on our roster coming. Oh, no, I'm
Boy,
sorry.
Bill, you
That's
hit the
Blake
head on the
Miller.
nail. Garrett is subbing a lot now.
Yep.
Just
Second one,
again.
no good. Rebound, Bontrager. Nice hands. I'm telling you, that big man's got skills. Oh, that's a problem. That was almost over and back. And then all the way down underneath to Cruz and puts it on the glass and puts it in. Very nicely done by Lakewood Park. That was beautiful.
That was a nice shot.
Wilson gets 4-teamed. Gives up instead a 3 just inside the arc. 2 by Lucarelli. Not going to happen. Pass rejected. And then picked back up by Lakewood Christian. Blake Miller coming up the floor. Picked up the dribble and in trouble. Has to unload it. Might have been a walk. Gives up to Fowler. Cross-court pass stolen by Lucarelli. But to Calb not. Oh, there's the outlet to Farney. Farney goes to the glass. He's fouled in the act. He'll get 2 at the line. TJ Fowler whistled for the infraction as Farney went up with it, and Fowler went across his wrists. Foul on Fowler. It's his first. 14-13 Lakewood Park, 3:58 to go in the half.
That was not a bad foul.
I can see why Garrett didn't want to play these guys.
Yeah.
Fowler.
Swish.
Excuse me. Farney at the line. First one is good.
For the Panthers, number 35, Dylan Miller.
Miller back into the game for Lakewood Park. Coming into the game for Garrett is guard. So both sides exchange big men. Second one by Farney also drops, and now it's Garrett up 15-14 with 3:55 to go in the first half. Pass across the timeline, stolen by Garrett. Credit Lucarelli with the steal. He forgets to take the ball with him, though. Now he doesn't have a dribble. He finds Bailey underneath the glass, puts it in the hole. 17-14, Garrett, 3:40 to go in the half.
Boy, Garrett's really pushing it, Bill.
Fowler gives up to Miller, going to the glass, gets the bucket, gets the. Oh, no. Wait a minute.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, it is good. It's a hack. All right, excellent. Foul on Miller gets the bucket. Miller will go to the line for the three-point opportunity. Foul's going to be on Lucarelli, his second. More subs. Harmon back in, and Blake Miller will come out. So it's Bontrager, Fowler, Miller. Oh, that's good. We'll have to keep that straight. And Cruz
you're good
in the
at
game
this.
for Lakewood Park. Bailey for Garrett puts
it.
the ball in the hole from Proland. 20-17 Garrett, 3:25 to go in the half.
Nice tray by Bailey.
Blake Miller runs into a trap, throws it right into the hands of Bailey. Steal for Garrett. To Wilson, pro three, off the iron, not there. Rebound, nice weak side glass by Lucarelli. Turns and needs help now to get out with it. Back up top is Wilson. Will he shoot that pro three again? No, he will not. Looking baseline, he finds guard, runs the head fake, can't get it to happen. Out of bounds, Lakewood Park.
Wow. 20-17.
Timeout,
Garrett over
Lakewood Park. 20-17, Garrett. 3 minutes to go in the half. This is the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse, a full-service team helping clients buy and sell homes as well as assisting with leasing opportunities. Northern Lakes Realty is a proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics, located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
20-17, Garrett. 3 minutes to go here in the first half of play. And right now, I just get the impression that Garrett is going to have more horses when it comes to the end of this ball game.
They are.
And they will gradually pull away, but we'll have to see. Lakewood's rolling that, of course, would just to be hanging around. And so far they are. They're just down by 3, but Lakewood Park is really having trouble with this press.
Yeah, they really are.
Blake Miller, far side, back to the near side, through the hands of TJ Fowler, out of bounds, Garrett ball. Isn't that the fourth possession in a row that Garrett has stolen the ball from Lakewood Park?
And they cannot. That's what Coach said, though. That was one of his big things. Got to take care of the ball.
Yep.
He's not doing it.
Nope. 2-3 zone this time for Lakewood Park. Bailey, who hit that monster 3 a minute ago, to Wilson around to the far side. A touch for Lucarelli, and now Wilson again. Bailey to Wilson, no hurry here. Oh, except a bad pass. Very, very close. Lucarelli barely saved that one. Back out to Wilson. They look high post. Turn around to guard. In and out play for Bailey. 3 and nothing but net. 23-17. Garrett by 6. 2:20 to go in the half.
Second tray for Bailey, Bill.
Blake Miller across the timeline. Palmed the ball.
Oh, man.
Definitely.
It's an elementary mistake.
It is. It is.
Right.
But now then the 5th possession in a row that Lakewood Park has not had a shot.
Yeah, Garrett has got to get Lakewood has to be able to stop Garrett right here, right now.
Guard in the corner to Wilson. That won't last long. He'll come back up top. He wears the epaulets for this team.
They're patient.
And now then Lakewood Park packs it down in the 2-3 zone once again. They feed guard at the high post. Back out it comes. A quick dribble and a drive for Lucarelli. Fouled in the act. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
He was hacked. I'll be on Miller, I think. Let's see, make sure. If it is, it's his 3rd.
Foul is on Miller. It is his 3rd. At the line, Lucarelli. 53% free throw shooter.
He's got 1 bucket so far.
That's way too hard off the back of the iron.
First time at the line tonight for Lucarelli.
Subs for Lakewood Park. They're going to send Grant Markle into the game. We've not seen him before.
Grant has.
And the big man, Dylan Miller, is going to sit down. So that changes things remarkably. Now they're going from a 3-post to a 2-post offense.
Got it.
Second one by Lucarelli is good. 24-17, Garrett, 148 to go. And Garrett steals the inbound again. Wilson. Lucarelli, 3, not going to happen. Nice rebound by Farney, goes right back to the hole, never went on the hardwood. 26-17, Garrett, 133 to go in the half.
Full court pressure by Garrett.
Bontrager, middle of the floor, Farney, and now then they look baseline. That is Cruz, who went up hard and was fouled in the act. I think that might be on guard. We'll wait and see. Indeed, guard is called. That is his first. Both teams in the double bonus at the line. Shooting because he was in the act, however, will be Caleb Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz has not been to the line. He has got 4 points. Ooh.
Bonk. Off the front of the iron, came right back to him. Buck 23 in the first half clock, 26-17 Garrett. 7 off, second offering, also no good. Rebound, Garrett. Here come the Railroaders. Oh, nice defense by Blake Miller to poke it away from Bailey. Still Garrett ball, but excellent hustle there by Blake Miller. Not to be confused with Dylan Miller, who's sitting on the bench. All right,
trigger it in.
Lucarelli looking to get it in. Looking, having a look, seeing who's there way up top is Bailey. And Wilson says, my epaulets say I get to call the offense. Near side Bailey. Little wheel action coming around. There's Wilson open on the wheel. They don't go his way. Instead, they drive. Hop step by Lucarelli. Won't go off the glass. Tip goes long. Picked back up by Lucarelli. Foul. Gets the bucket. Going to the line for the three-point play. That was just pure desire driving him into the hoop. That was excellent.
And staying awake.
Staying right at it, knowing where the ball was. That was outstanding. Foul, by the way, on Cruz, his first. And Lucarelli at the line to make it the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
He's 1 for 1 from the line so far. 2 for 2.
1 of 2, isn't he? Missed the front one off the back of the iron too hard. He makes that one. 29-17 Garrett, 102 to go in the half. Lakewood inbounding right in front of us. Blake Miller throws across the trap into no man's land. Stolen again. That is either the 7th or the 8th straight possession that Lakewood Park has been unable to get the ball into the forecourt.
How long has it been since they've had a shot?
Well, 8 possessions since they've not gotten into the forecourt.
Yeah.
No, I take it back. They had the one breakdown when they got down there and shot the one bucket. Underneath, Garrett way too hard. Rebound comes down in the hands of Merkel, and Merkel is fouled. Whistle on Lay, who's getting his first minutes.
Boy, you were right, Bill. I tell you, Garrett is putting in a lot of different. Here comes somebody else.
Oh, that's Lucarelli again.
Yeah, I know, but I mean they're rotating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Give Lucarelli a breather.
Foul shot coming by Merkel is good. 29-18, Garrett. 36 seconds to go in the half. And that was a quick one in for Lay, but it still counts in the book.
Boy, I tell you, they needed a bucket. They break that 17-point drought fix.
Second one is good by Merkel as well. 29-19, Garrett, 34 seconds, and Garrett with the ball. Lucarelli thinking about coming baseline. Goes in hard against the man, shoots it up off the back of the backboard. That's out of bounds to Lakewood Park. You know, the one guy we haven't seen, though, for Garrett
should have passed.
is Broadnax. Broadnax putting in 5.3 per game. He's a 67% free throw shooter. We haven't seen Broadnax at all yet.
No, I don't have it. Yeah, he has got nothing so far.
Lucarelli looking inbound for Garrett. Looking. And back out it goes to Wilson.
Looking over at the clock. 20 seconds to go.
2-3 zone, packed down to the volleyball line. Bontrager in the middle. Very impressive defensively. Lucarelli, a touch for Wilson, 11 seconds. Near side Bailey, wanted to go inside out. Can't make it happen. Whistle.
3 seconds.
Camping in the lane.
7.5 on the clock. Come on. Make this a good game. Lakewood needs a bucket.
Lakewood's Cruz to do the inbounding work. Lucarelli will sit down, and they'll have Lay back into the game for Garrett.
Yeah.
Fowler bringing it up. Drives right through the double team. Shot at the buzzer. Not going to go. End of the half. 29-19. Garrett at the half. This is Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational Action on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina on the east side of Webster Lake. Boat storage, service, and sales. Proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics and proud dealers of Trifecta Pontoons, Polar Craft Boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu Outboards. Online at soxmarina.com or at 574-834-2894.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering sports bracing, power chairs and scooters, lift chairs, hospital beds, diabetic footwear, walkers, stair and vehicle lifts, respiratory equipment, and more with delivery. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626, or online at goshenhomemedical.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Foyle Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Foyle Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Foyle Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Shop Off Drive-In on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Before the game, corn dogs, Spanish dogs, a variety of sandwiches including pizza burgers and breaded cheeseburgers, deep fried veggies, root beer floats, and car hop service is available. Shop-offs will be closed until January, next to Horizon Bank, located on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-3012.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back at the half of the consolation game of the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational. It is Garrett 29, Lakewood 19. Let's have a look at those first half statistics brought to us by Shop Off's Drive-In. Coach Seidel.
Well, Bill, the big thing, it was 8-6 in the first quarter, and Lakeland had that 2-point lead. 11-point second quarter for Lakewood and a 23-point second quarter for Garrett. So that was a huge difference.
Yep.
For Lakewood, Bill, I've got T.J. Fowler with 1 bucket for 2, Markle with two free throws for 2. Farnsworth had 1 tray. Let's see, Bontrager had 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Kraus had 4 on 2 buckets. Miller 1 free throw and 3 field goals for 7. For let's see, 3 threes for Garrett. Bill Wilson had 1 tray. Bailey had 2 trays, 1 field goal, and 1 for 2 from the charity stripe for 9. Farney had 5, 3 of 3 from the charity stripe, 1 field goal. Huffy had 6. He had 2 field goals and 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Lorelli had 6 on 2 free throws and 2 field goals. Bill, your score at halftime: Garrett 29, Lakewood 19.
Back with more action in just a moment at the half. 29-19 Garrett. This is the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Oakwood Resort in Syracuse. Oakwood Resort is offering a fun, busy work environment with a variety of responsibilities available on their team. Ideal for staycations with a seasonal winter rate for the hotel. The Waterfront Restaurant offers fine dining in a casual environment with selections as simple as chicken tenders or more upscale like surf and turf. 574-457-7100 or online at oakwoodresort.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by Pilter Shoes in North Webster, offering men's and women's Brooks, walking and running shoes in men's sizes 7 to 16 and women's 5 to 13. Fitting narrow, medium wide, and extra wide. Pilter Shoes helping your knees, hips, and feet problems for over 70 years on State Road 13 in North Webster. 574-834-7463 or online at piltershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and all-day delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13, 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse. 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse. Before the game, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, and dinner specials. Chubby's Pub and Grub inside Wawasee Bowl on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back at the half of the consolation game of the boys basketball holiday tournament here at the Hardwood TP. Garrett leads this one at the half, 29-19. And Coach Zinel, I got to believe if I'm the Garrett Railroaders, all I want to do is come out here, put them down for another 8 minutes, and then put this thing on autopilot.
Well, this Bailey, he came out and he didn't not score at all in the first quarter.
Didn't play in the first quarter.
Yeah, didn't. Yeah, well, those two trays, I mean, they just fired up Garrett. And then
from the hardest, he shot both of them from the hardest place to shoot a three on the floor, which is the corner,
and
deep in the corner.
Yeah, I could never hit anything from over there.
No.
We had some guys that could do that. You have to have it's a different perspective from there. And he buried those 2 threes. He's got 9, and then Farney 5, and Huffy was 6. So nice team scoring. The other thing is Lakewood. Well, I tell you, they're having trouble against this Garrett defense.
They can't get the ball across the timeline. The press has just totally baffled them.
Yeah,
and what I don't understand is they have yet to put Bontrager in the middle of the floor and use the big man who has skills, who has demonstrated skills, both in rebounding and on defense. He's shown great skills. Put him in the middle of the floor and break this press.
Yeah, he's one of the starters, just not able to, like you said, Bill,
they
not
haven't
able to
even
get him
tried.
going. Yeah. So
they keep trying to drive around him with the guards.
Yep. And
if nothing else works, go back to the land of Hoosiers and put the big man
something
in the middle of the floor.
Well, that is so true. Everybody in my era played a 2-1-2.
When
the
Bobby
big guy
Plump,
in the center.
as an infant, said, "Someday I want to be like Kaz Zinel."
There, you're right.
In that era, the big man went in the middle of the floor, and that's how you broke that press.
And everything. Yeah, right. And everything goes off that big. But this 2-3 zone is not working at all for Lakewood. I mean, they're
and the longer they stay in it, the longer Garrett will just go between shots because they got the ball handlers to do it.
Yeah, they got the ball handlers. They're penetrating well. Yeah. How many? I haven't kept track of the number of shots, but they're just killing them on shots from inside the volleyball line.
Yep.
And if they were hitting, I bet they're hitting. They're not even hitting 50%. They're still killing them. They're missing a lot of shots, but they're getting the rebound, putting it up, and finally hitting. So this is going to be an interesting second half with 30 seconds to go before we get this road on the show again.
Indeed. Garrett's already out there. They're getting things
ready to go.
They're
Yeah,
going to put Farney, Wilson, Hefty, Lucarelli. They got the starting 5.
Yep.
And Yerian out there. Lakewood Park's going to go with Pike, who we haven't seen since the first quarter.
Yeah.
Fowler, Bontrager, Dylan Miller, and Farnsworth. And Farnsworth is playing with 3 personals, so is Dylan Miller.
Yeah, that may come to hurt him.
Wilson with the ball to start things here for Garrett. Garrett looking for the give and go, and it's gone from the block. Lucarelli right to the hole for 2, 31-19, Garrett.
8 for Lucarelli, Bill.
Big man, that's Pike got a touch of the ball, and this time Lakewood Park able to break the press. Looking up high, Dylan Miller, foul line, driving, going to the glass, putting it in the hole.
There you go.
31-21, Garrett, 7:28 to go in the third.
Where you been my whole life? Isn't that a Bill
That's
Dixon
right.
thing?
I think it is. Yerian in the corner finds Hefty. Hefty will not pull the rip cord on that trash bag, and instead comes out to Lucarelli, gets off to Wilson, thinking about driving, cut off nicely by Fowler, then gets away from him. Hand off to Hefty. He drives the hoop. Not going to happen. Nice board by Bontrager. He has got great hands. Pike dribbles in, almost loses it, finds Bontrager, 17-footer, A little short. Rebound fought for, contested. And coming out of there is Lakewood Park.
Yep.
Underneath, that's Dylan Miller. Great weak side work by Dylan Miller. Nice step to put him in the right place. 31-23 Garrett, 6:40 to go in the third.
11 for Miller.
Yarian far wing. I thought that Lucarelli was going to pull the trigger on that three.
Yeah, they're look at that. They must have say we're going to throw the ball at least 5 times.
Yep.
Before we drive.
Wilson driving, left hand. It's a little weak. Rebound again. Bontrager, and this. Yeah, I think it's going to be on Farney.
Oh.
No. Wilson. Foul on Wilson is second. Team's first. 6:25 to go in the third. Garrett by 8. And now then, let's see if Lakewood Park can really break this press. They give it to Pike, and he had no trouble breaking the press. The feed down deep on the baseline. Farnsworth finds Bontrager coming down the lane. Great pass. He puts it in the hole. Garrett calls the emergency timeout as the lead is evaporating. 31-25 Garrett, 6:13 to go in the third. This is the Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wabasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix. And CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wabasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Now back to Wabasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wilson with the ball to bring it up for the Garrett Railroaders. Cross the timeline. Garrett leading 31-25 with 6:05 to go in the third quarter.
Nice 6-2 run there by Lakewood.
Yep.
Bill.
Yarian finds Lucarelli driving in, takes a nice step, but it's weak to the glass. Rebound Miller, he's in trouble. Jump ball will
nice
be the call. This time the arrow belongs to Garrett.
Nice call. Turnover, but nice call. Nice
I'm
job,
sorry,
though.
my fault. The ball belongs to Lakewood Park. Bontrager to Fowler. Fowler in the backcourt. Now they put the big man in the middle of the floor. That's Miller, who across the timeline finds Farnsworth. Put the big man in the middle of the floor and you break the press.
There you go.
Fowler.
Oh, that's
he's hacky-tacked out there by the timeline on Wilson, and I believe that's 3 now on the floor general for the Garrett Railroaders, except it is 3, but it's not on Wilson. It's on Lucarelli.
Lucarelli. I think
Lucarelli will come out of the game, and they will send Joseph back in. He had some key minutes there in the first half.
Yep. Oh, and Lakeland needs a point. Lakewood needs a bucket here, Bill.
Bontrager up top, wanted to run high-low, but he will not pass down here to Pike. Miller, Pike was there. That pass was there.
Yeah, it could have been wide open.
Pike on the hardwood, driving down off the glass, left hand to the hoop. That was gorgeous. That was a thing of beauty. 31-27 Garrett, 5:15 to go in the third.
First buckets for Pike.
Wilson turns on the Jets across the timeline, thought about the drive, gives up instead to Yarian, and now far side is Hefty. Hefty gets to the foul line extended, picks up the dribble, could use a hand. Leaner going to go, and he goes to the hole. That was more luck than skill. 33-26 Garrett, 4:55 to go in the third. Pike throws the ball into the Garrett man, who promptly takes a hold of it, and Hefty puts it in the hole for 3. 36-27, that was arrogant. That was poorly done. Pike
was nice.
Across the timeline, falls down, loses a handle on it, picked out by Yarian. Gives it to Wilson. Garrett already down the floor. Turnaround by Farney is good from 8 feet. 38-27 Garrett, and just as fast as Lakewood had kind of to put it back together, Lakewood kind of falls apart.
Yep. 4 quick bucket. Four quick points.
And they did that on themselves. Farnsworth going to drive the lane. Garrett's going to allow it. Misses. Rebound goes long to Pike.
Lucky rebound.
In and out. Miller going to put up the weak stuff. Not going to happen. Bontrager going to fight for it. Going in hard. Gets the bucket. Gets the foul. Going to the line for the three-point play. The Bontrager kid, it really impresses me. Great attitude. Great defense. Super hands. He's got the good big man drop step. A lot of good stuff by Bontrager. Yarian going to come out of the game for Garrett. Coming in is guard. Also coming in Bailey for Garrett. Wilson has a seat.
Yeah, Wilson is their huge ball handler.
Yep.
And he's got to take, like you say,
Garrett's
take a seat.
Garrett's already 8 deep on the bench this half at 4:06 to go in the third.
Jeez.
Foul shot by Bontrager is good. 38-30, Garrett, 4:04 to go in the third. Across the timeline is Joseph. Joseph drifts to the left, gives it to Bailey. Bailey takes the handoff. Foul line extended all the way to the paint. He gets bodied real hard in the paint. He was in the air. He'll go to the line for 2.
He was bodied, and then he was fouled on the way up. Could call that on any guy.
Yep. Whistle will be on Fowler, his second, team first of the half. Mr. Bailey at the line.
See, Bailey, 1 for 2 so far.
Yeah.
2 for 3.
Yeah, he's got the stroke. There's no question about it.
10 points for Bailey.
Yep.
You know, it's, every time Lakewood makes a run, Garrett answers.
Or Lakewood falls apart like they did last time.
Yep. Got the second
Fowler.
one.
Farnsworth, the feed in the paint. That's Pike, goes to the glass, and it's there.
Wow.
40-32, Garrett, 3:44 to go in the third. And you know something? It's beginning to look to me like Garrett could run with Lakewood if that's what the game Lakewood wants to play. Whistle, he walked major league.
He did. He grabbed the ball and
they're
then
going to call
walked.
the foul prior to the walk.
Oh.
Player control foul number 20 from Garrett, Sam Farney.
Foul on Farney away from the ball. Okay, all right.
It was away from the
It
ball.
was away from the ball. So it goes. Garrett on the steal off the inbound. Farney goes in hard, and he is hacked hard by Fowler.
Nice hack, though.
Farney to the line for 2 as he was leaning in to take the shot. Oh, my goodness. They're going to call that on Dylan Miller instead. Farney clearly went across his wrists, and that foul is going to be the 4th on Dylan Miller. Well, I don't know about that.
One of their good starters.
Yep. Farney
Missed
at
it.
the line. Foul was on Fowler, but
Wow, it's his first miss from the line tonight, Bill.
Mhm.
He's 3 of 4.
but only a 6. Is
Dribble.
only a 47% free throw shooter,
Missed
Coach.
again.
And we're going to call another foul on the inbound coming down. And they're going to whistle that on Farney going hard for the rebound and say that he committed the foul. That will be his third. Fifth foul of the half on Garrett already with 3:28 to go in the third. Lakewood Christian breaks the press, standing underneath the glass and blowing the layup is Cruz. Bailey goes after the ball, waves at it as he falls down and going by. It's white ball.
Called a travel.
No, we're calling a
foul.
Foul.
It is a foul.
Whistle going to be on Pike. No, it's not 0-3. It's on 3-0. Cruz, his second. Lakewood's third. And Lakewood shows.
Called that on Cruz. Yep, it's his second.
It's just going to be man defense. Hefty down the floor, kicks it in the corner to Bailey. Lot of slop going on there, Coach.
Boy, you got that right.
Back to Hefty. Both these teams need to pull the ball out and get straight for a minute. Ball's loose on the ground. Everybody wants it. Nobody's got it. Whistle.
What are we going to call? Foul.
And they call a foul. I didn't think anybody had possession, but apparently somebody did. Foul will be on Hefty. His third. Garrett's sixth. With 2:59 to go in the third, Lakewood is now in the bonus.
Man, I tell you, they are playing tenacious defense.
Farnsworth drives all the way in for Lakeland, tries to dump it down to Cruz. Cruz is fouled and the pass in. Whistle's going to be on Joseph. That should be number 7 on Garrett, and that should put Lakeland.
Checking into the Panther lineups, number 1, Jake Ingram.
Huh?
I think they just called out of bounds. I don't see a
Out
thing
of
going up
bounds,
there.
no
Yeah.
foul.
No foul.
All right. Inbound to Ingram, and then Pike fakes the down move, cuts the lane. Leaner with the
Nice
left hand,
shot.
gets it to go.
Nice
40-34, Garrett, 2:44 to go in the third.
6 for Pike, Bill, on the third quarter.
Hefty. Up top to Yarian back into the game. He thinks about going hard. Finds his man, guard down at the baseline. Misses. Shot goes up from Joseph. No good. And there's Bontrager with those giant hands taking control of the action underneath the glass. And Lakewood Christian the other way.
Good job.
Farnsworth for Lakewood Park. Finds Ingram, kicks it back out. Farnsworth, 3, swish, nothing but net. It's a 3-point game, 40-37. Garrett, 2:12 to go in the third. Bailey down the floor for 3. He'll put it in the can. Good for the goose, good for the gander. 43-37, Garrett. Farnsworth driving, laying it up. blowing the layup. Rebound following is Ingram. He gives up instead to Bontrager. Can't make it fall. Rebound Yarian. 2 Lakewood Park players down on the ground. Woozy people can't get up. And we got a whistle in the forecourt, and we got Farnsworth down on this end.
Rugby basketball.
A lot of kids.
Rugby basketball.
A lot of kids went down on that last possession. And the coach looks at him and says, shake it off.
Yeah. I usually got
They're not
hit hard.
taking him
That's
out.
all. Like you said.
All right. Garrett to inbound in front of the scorer's table. Minute 50 to go in the third. Garrett back up by 6. 43-37. Joseph in the backcourt to Hardy. Ingram guards him back to Joseph. Fake the down move. Comes up high to guard. Hardy, uncontested 3, and a charge away from the ball. They're going to call it on Joseph. He and Farnsworth were getting into it down there in the paint, away from the ball, and the officials are not going to. And there is another player flying across the floor. The officials are not going to put up with this. Ingram, double teamed, in trouble, in a whole lot of trouble, calls far side. That's Farnsworth. Farnsworth, Ingram driving the hoop, puts the ball on the floor, picked up by Bontrager, who puts it in the hole. 43-39, the steal on the inbound by Farnsworth. Lakewood Park Christian coming the other way. Farnsworth gives to Ingraham, goes hard to the glass, puts it in the hole for 2. 43-31, Garrett. Emergency timeout. Garrett, 1:11 to go in the third. Garrett 43, Lakewood 41. This is Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational Tournament action on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Broadcasting from Wabasee High School at number 1 Warrior Path in Syracuse, Indiana, we are 93.7 FM The Mix, WRWT LP Syracuse, a Pathways program.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by State Farm Insurance agent Dan Buckman behind Syracuse Glass. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Online at danforinsurance.com. Go Warriors!
Now back to Wabasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Garrett with the ball, and now a 2-point lead with a minute 4 to go in this third quarter. As the ball goes up and it gets loose, out of bounds to Lakewood Park Christian. Lakewood Park has certainly turned around in this third quarter. At one point, Lakewood Park looked like they were going to self-implode.
Yeah.
However, Garrett has given it to him, and given it to him, and given it to him. And now then, Garrett's got 7 fouls in the third quarter, and it's going to be a battle here in the fourth. Farnsworth coming up for Lakewood Park Christian. Way too hard to pass. Trying to make the fancy dance, and that's not going to happen. You got to know who you're playing with. That is just not smart basketball.
That would have been huge.
Yep.
43-41, Garrett over Lakewood. That would have been huge. Huge on top of huge. Here we go.
General Wilson comes in to run Operation Overlord here for Garrett. And in the backcourt.
Wilson's back in.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Wilson across the stripe, going to the left. Bailey comes up high, takes the handoff. We're going to run student body right. 3 dribbles. Walk, didn't get called. Gives up to Joseph. Joseph coming down the outside of the lane. Stuffed by Farnsworth. He comes all the way back out. Wilson. In the corner, Joseph. 29 seconds. Little forearm, didn't get called. Turns, goes in the lane, leans out, leans in, goes to the glass, gets the bucket to fall. Joseph puts it away for 2, and it's 45-41, Garrett. 20, they steal the inbounds. Wilson, 3. Too hard off the back of the iron. Tip, tip, tip. Bontrager over the back. Bontrager over the back on the rebound. That will be his first.
Fouls on the Panthers, 25, Caitman Bontrager, his
First foul on Bontrager. Wow.
Good.
12.9 seconds to go here in the third. Garrett to inbound under their own basket. Looking. Yarian. A touch for Wilson. Up high to Joseph in the corner. Bailey, 3 for Garrett. Too hard. Rebound Cruz. Lakewood Park with 4 seconds. Coming up the floor is Pike. Shoots the long-range bomb. Not going to happen. And we end the third quarter, 45-41. Garrett back with the fourth quarter in a moment. This is the Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Glass, offering custom frame mirrors, shower enclosures, residential and commercial window glass, custom glass for furniture, and auto glass repair and replacement for over 25 years. Syracuse Glass next to Burger King on State Road 13, 574-457-5516.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Pizza King in North Webster and Syracuse, offering pizza, subs, pasta, salads, and more with delivery service. Pizza King in North Webster, 834-2565, and Syracuse, 457-5446, or online at pizza-king.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Winner of this game's going to need one of those Royal Feast pizzas from Pizza King when this gets done, because I tell you what,
man.
This has been incredible. All Garrett the second quarter, all Lakewood Christian the third quarter.
Yep.
45-41. That's a walk. Didn't get called.
Call.
As Garrett into the forecourt. That's the second time it's not been called. It was just a little more obvious. Joseph in the lane, 12-footer. He gets that to fall. 47-41. Garrett, 7:40 to go in the game. Pike, middle of the floor. Farnsworth gives to the big man, Cruz. Garrett did not get back on defense on that one at all. Terrible. 47-43 Garrett. Wilson, Lucarelli. Skip pass to Yarian, and now in the corner to Joseph. Joseph looks underneath. A lot of pushing going on down there. Three up by Lucarelli. Nothing but net. Where's he been all my life? 50-43 Garrett. 7:12 to go in the game.
11 for Lucarelli, Bill.
Ingram across the stripe. Gives up to Pike. I'm surprised Garrett doesn't go back to that full court pressure.
Yep.
They must feel Pike has shown the ability to break it, though. Farnsworth whistle. Away at the ball. Foul's going to be on Lucarelli, and I could be wrong, but that is 4 on Lucarelli. And Lakewood Park had all those kids with 3 fouls to start this quarter, or start this half, and they all still have just 3 fouls. Hefty back into the game for Garrett. Lucarelli going to come out.
Oh, look at all those guys.
Yeah.
I love the scoreboard here.
Pike really has made a huge difference for
huge.
Lakewood Park here. Farnsworth shot, good. 50-44 Garrett, 6:58 to go in the game. Second offering coming from Farnsworth.
Yeah, 6-7 for Farnsworth. Make it
7. And Yarian with the nice box out and board. He's got the size. He doesn't really need the box out, but it helped. I mean, it's never bad to do fundamental basketball.
Absolutely.
Hardy in the forecourt. Coming down the outside of the lane. Spins, cuts across the lane. Finds Wilson. He'll drive down deep. Puts it up with the left hand. Not going to get the roll, but he does get his own rebound. It's coming out wide. Everybody wants it. Everybody's after it. And the whistles blow. And
timeout.
Garrett was touching the ball and called
job.
timeout. And that's how they'll maintain the possession. 50-44
Excellent.
Garrett, 6:37 to go in the game. This is the boys basketball holiday tourney from Wawasee on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV. And here at the gym, 6:37 to go here in this basketball game. Coach Zeinel, it's really been a huge comeback for Lakewood Park Christian. And the only thing I can say that's different is that when Garrett started to push their press in the third, they went with the big man on the middle floor. That did kind of break down the press. But this kid, Pike, who did not play the second quarter when Lakewood Park had such a bad run.
Yeah.
Pike, even though he's not been a huge scoring machine, he did have 6, I guess. That's a lot for a quarter.
Yeah,
now
for
that I
a
think about
quarter.
it. Yeah.
And he got all those in the second quarter, in the third quarter, Bill, and all from nice shots from the volleyball line down to the free throw line.
Yeah.
And it took nice shots, made nice shots. Like you said, Bill, they had a 2-point edge, did Garrett. Now it's 50-44, Garrett over Lakewood, so this is going to go down to the end.
Yeah,
Here we go.
So,
what a
Garrett
game.
at the line. They inbound to Hardy. Hardy picks up the dribble. Wilson up top. And Lakewood Park has tremendous D. They've had great hands the whole game.
And well, good job by Wilson, too. I really like to watch him.
Joseph to Wilson down deep in the corner. Hardy for three. The wheel did not, and the shot's too short anyway. Rebound Pike. Pike coming up the floor. He's on fire. Get his pocket picked by Hardy. Stolen by Wilson. The outlet to Yarian. Yarian should have gone right to the hoop with that. Instead, he waits, and then he blows it. Rebound Farney. He's fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, I tell you, I kind of a little bit agree. Farney was fouled on the way down. Did not get called. Anyway,
so the foul is going to be called instead on Cruz, his third. Foul shot by Farney is no good. Foul situation, which had been so unbalanced toward Garrett, now then is pretty much even. Garrett has 8 fouls in this half. Lakewood so far with 6. Farney, another opportunity to put it up here, Coach.
Yeah, it's just, like you said, Bill, it's his third. Got it, finally.
He hits about every other one with a 47% free throw percentage. Lakewood Park across the timeline. Ingram, Farney on the near wing. They find the big man, Miller. Dylan Miller shoots a 10-footer, not going to happen. Nice weak side by Bontrager. Gets the bucket, gets the foul. Going to the line, three-point play. And look, Coach, no expression of emotion. He's cool as ice. Just totally cool as ice. If some schools aren't looking at him, they're missing it because he's got skills.
Yeah, and that was a nice putback, too.
How old is
Just grab it and put it in. Up and got it.
And there it is. 51-47 Garrett, 5:52 to go in the game. Joseph, handoff. Wilson coming around to the top. Gives up to Hardy, drives the lane, 10-footer, not going to go. Tipped straight up, picked up by Bontrager. He wants the outlet. Now it's a scrum on the floor. Everybody wants it. Where's the jump ball? Somebody going to call a jump ball? Nobody's going to call a jump ball. Finally, there's the jump ball.
I think their whistles were clogged.
Somebody could have got hurt in that. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. 51-47 Garrett. Garrett to inbound in the forecourt. Garrett's shown good hands here, too, with Wilson and Hardy.
I like
in particular.
Wilson does a great
Farney
job.
also has good hands. Wilson near side to Hardy. Picked up by Pike. Hardy pulls out, shoots a three off the side of the iron. Not going to happen. Rebound, Ingram. Lakewood Park Christian with a very important possession here with 5 minutes to go in this basketball game, trailing by 4. Farnsworth driving, spins at the foul line, extended, puts up the garbage, and it will not go. Tip, tip, tip. Still in the air, picked up by Ingram, the outlet to Pike. Will he shoot the three? No, he takes the drive. 12. No, dumps underneath. Dylan Miller standing underneath. What a pass by Pike.
What a pass.
51-49 Garrett, 4:52 to go in the game.
Nice shot by Miller.
Wilson across the timeline finds Hardy and back to Wilson, middle of the floor. Lakewood Park Christian in man. Farney got his big man out of there. That was an opportunity. Yarian, foul line extended near side to Hardy. They run the wheel for Joseph. Then he'll come down the lane with it. Gets everybody in the air, shoots up the garbage. Not going to happen. Rebound with authority is Bontrager, and here comes Lakewood Park Christian. Farnsworth for Lakewood Park. Finds Pike near wing. Fakes the drive. Pass up high. Dylan Miller for 17-footer. Gets the roll and ties this ball game at 51 with 4:07 to go in the game.
15 for Miller.
Farney to Hardy on the right wing. Up top, Joseph for three. Not going to happen. Rebound Ingram, and Lakewood Park has an opportunity to take the lead for the first time since early in the first. Bontrager in the corner for three. Nothing but net.
Two.
Oh.
What was on the line? Excellent call.
All right, it was a two. 53-51. A three would have made the story better.
Yep.
3:40 to go in this basketball game. Hardy thinking about the drive. Stops. Looking for the give and go with Joseph, but it was telegraphed too much. Hardy in the corner, three's away. Whoosh, none of a net. 54-53 Garrett, 3:20 to go in the game.
It's a pro three.
Garrett back in man, half court. Farnsworth finds Dylan Miller, thinking about the drive. Fouled on the way in by Yarian. That's the 9th team foul on Garrett. At the line will be Dylan Miller. I apologize. That is the 10th team foul. That means Garrett has put Lakewood Park into the double bonus for the last 3 minutes and 7 seconds of this basketball game.
This game is anybody's.
Foul shot off the front of the Miller. I got to say that was a brick. That was really, really bad. Subs. Lucarelli with 4 fouls back in.
Lucarelli got 13
Am I
points
right?
as Lucarelli, right?
Just 1 foul, one foul for Lucarelli. Foul shot, no good. Farnsworth with the rebound, went up hard, can't make it happen.
Should have had it.
And Lucarelli coming up the floor with it for Garrett. The foul on Yarian was his second, by the way. Hardy drives down the lane. We got a whistle now. The question is it on the floor or is it in the act? And it should be on the floor.
2 shots.
Foul on Dylan Miller will be his 5th. He is gone. And Lakewood Park does not have another cog to put in that.
No.
The closest they've got is Cruz, and Cruz is getting up asking, you want me to go in?
Miller had 15 points tonight, Bill.
And Cruz comes in. He has 6, but he's not. He just doesn't have the body that Dylan Miller has. Can't play the post the same way. So Hardy at the line for Garrett. They lead by 1, 54-53. Foul shot up. No good. Wow.
Yeah.
Second opportunity coming for Mr. Hardy. Hefty, an 83% free throw shooter. Pike coming back into the game for Lakewood Park. Ingram going to get some time out.
Yeah, he's 50% tonight, 2 of 4.
So here comes Hefty. He's
number
due.
5.
He's due.
Yeah. Oh,
that
did
went
you call it or what?
55-53 Garrett, 3:07 to go in the game.
15 for Hefty.
Pike's going to run the show for Lakewood Park. Farnsworth on the wing. They run the double wheel to get the high-low, but it was too short and coming. Bontrager into the corner. Farnsworth for 3, nothing but net. 56-55 Lakewood, 2:45 to go in the basketball game.
Nice
Farney
shot.
up to Wilson. Up high, a touch for guard. 1 dribble and back to Wilson. And Lakewood Park is playing defense like glue in a glove. They are right on them. Guard in the corner. Wilson all by his lonesome. The wheel forgot to pick him up, but they got there in time to stop the 3.
Thought about the 3, didn't he?
Yes,
Thought
he
about
did.
it.
Thought about it too long. If he'd have just done it, he probably would have hit it.
Exactly.
Foot on the line, 2 goes up from Lucarelli. Not going to happen. The ball's loose. Everybody's after it. Picked up by Wilt. No, not picked up. It's knocked out of bounds. Now, whose ball is it? Lakewood Park ball.
Hey,
Lakewood Park ball. Wow.
I love some of these officials, man.
Wow.
They're letting them play rugby basketball. Indiana basketball at its finest.
Lakewood up 56-55.
What
2:11 to go in this basketball game. As Hickory prepares to take on South Bend Central. Up top.
Timeout.
And Fowler is stopped with a timeout from Lakewood Christian. 2 minutes even to go in the game. 56-55 Lakewood. Back in a moment. This is the Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wabasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse, a full-service team helping clients buy and sell homes, as well as assisting with leasing opportunities. Northern Lakes Realty is a proud supporter of Wabasee Athletics, located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Now back to Wabasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
56-55 Lakewood, single A beating 3A with 2 minutes even to go in this basketball game. Garrett has already committed enough fouls. Double bonus for Lakewood all the rest of the way. Garrett in the single bonus, Coach Zinel.
Oh, I just never would have thought after that second quarter
I wouldn't have
that
either.
Lakewood would have a shot. Here we go. 2 minutes.
Fowler in the backcourt. Across the timeline and then inside the arc. Loses a handle picked out by Lucarelli. Garrett the other direction, stolen by Pike. Lakewood Christian gets it right back. Lakewood Park bounce pass directly into the hands of Hefty of Garrett. That was an unforced error.
Yeah,
that
too
was bad.
unselfish.
Very
too
bad.
unselfish.
Hefty across the timeline, and Garrett now.
Pike had the shot and didn't take it.
Hefty dribbles all the way in and then throws the ball out of bounds. It's Lakewood Park ball. Both sides are letting the Butterflies get to him.
They're letting him fight. Boy, he was shoved a couple times there.
Full court pressure by Garrett. It's a 2-1-2 full court press. There'll be a trap at the timeline. Ball's knocked away, but Farnsworth there to save it. Dribble down the way, and then Bontrager goes up and gets smacked so hard you could hear it here.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Lucarelli, and that'll be 5 on Lucarelli.
Yeah, he goes right to the bench. Yep, he's 5.
All right, so both teams have lost one man.
Well, lost a starter.
Lakewood lost their starting center, and now starting forward out for Garrett. Bailey comes in for Garrett. At the line, Bontrager.
Up.
Oh.
Brick.
Yeah, that's the
Front
first.
of the iron.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. 56-55 Lakewood, 1:17 to go in the ball game. Off the back of the iron. Too much adrenaline. Bailey with the rebound. Here comes Garrett. Wilson. Head guard underneath, but too many people. Couldn't get it done. Hardy dribbles around, comes to the high post, extended shot. No, rebound. Tip. And nobody wants it. Everybody's after it. And finally, Hardy picks it back up himself.
Wow. We're down to fast seconds, Bill.
54 seconds, and Garrett's playing for the last shot now. Lakewood up, 56-55. Farney up top to Bailey, and in the corner, Hardy for 3. Not going to happen. Rebound, Bontrager. Ball's tipped out of bounds. It is Garrett ball. Last touched.
Yeah,
touched by Pike.
Boy, they don't need the 3. You're down 55-56.
Timeout, Garrett. 56-55 Lakewood. 39.7 to go in the game. This is the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina on the east side of Webster Lake. Boat storage, service, and sales. Proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics and proud dealers of Trifecta Pontoons, Polar Craft Boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu Outboards. Online at soxmarina.com or at 574-834-2894.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
56-55, Lakewood Park Christian leading their neighbor Garrett with 39.7 ticks on the clock.
Oh, man, this is going to go down to the last shot. Garrett with the ball, Bill. They called timeout. They're only down 1. You know, that one kid took the 3. Didn't need to do that.
No.
So, see if they just play for one shot here.
Garrett.
Lakeland in the bonus.
Yep.
Garrett in the 2-shot double bonus.
Bailey, Wilson, Hardy, guard, and Farney in for Garrett. Wilson with the ball in the backcourt. Comes across the timeline. Cut off by Fowler. Dribbling around on the right side. Lose the handle on the ball. Picked up by Pike. Pike trying to get somebody to foul him, and finally Farney does.
Yeah, he has to.
28.5 to go. At the line will be Pike. Foul on Farney is his 4th. Pike will go to the line for 2 because Lakewood Park is in the bonus.
Yeah, Lakewood could kind of put some coffins in the nail right here.
Right here, right now.
Right here, right now. He gets 2, so.
Too hard.
Too
much adrenaline. Got to take a deep breath and put this one home. A 2-point game is a totally different game than a 1-point game. That one won't go. Too hard off the back of the iron. Rebound fought for guard. Comes out of there for Garrett. He says, I am not a guard. Someone else come take this ball. Wilson with 19 seconds. Garrett down by 1 with the ball. 15 seconds. Hardy bounce pass to Bailey. Bailey on the hardwood once, picks up the dribble. Now he's in trouble.
Travel,
Wilson
no
is there to
call.
help. 9 seconds. Wilson coming down the outside of the lane with 7. Puts up the slap and puts it in the hole. Garrett up 57-56. Timeout. Lakewood Park. 4.3 seconds to go in this basketball game. Unbelievable, Coach.
Oh, jeez. Is this a state championship game or something here?
Yeah, this is something. Well,
man.
it's worse.
What a
it's
game.
worse. It's a neighborhood rivalry between a very small school and a medium-sized school.
Oh,
To them, this is like our Wabasee Warsaw game.
It is.
And
That's
these two
exactly
schools
right.
do not have each other on the
No.
regular schedule. They do not allow each other to play themselves. But when they got into this tournament, they had no choice.
Yeah, it was just the way
they
that-
knew it could bounce this way, and now it's all getting left out on the floor.
It's a draw of the luck.
Yes, it is.
You're better at this. Give us the scenario here. 4.3. Take it over there.
Lakewood Park to inbound under Garrett's hoop. They have to come the entire length of the floor. Farnsworth, the official telling him he has the right to run the floor. Garrett will play man full court, including on the ball. Farnsworth looking to inbound. They got 4.3 seconds. This is not going to be easy. And Lakewood gets it across the timeline and calls timeout immediately. 3.5 seconds, and now they're in the forecourt. And that's going to be a big difference.
How huge is that?
That's the smartest play I've seen from them as a team this entire night.
That was tremendous.
Yeah. That showed a level of polish and of tournament play that I don't think we really expected from them. But you know something? They're a much more polished team at this point than they were 32 minutes ago when we started this basketball game.
Exactly. And both teams down
this
to the wire.
experience that they've had here today, and especially tonight, this will play well for them coming down the rest of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Either team,
Yeah.
I mean, whoever wins is going to take home a huge rush of adrenaline.
That's right.
The loser has a lot to learn from this close game.
And both of these teams will have experienced something they want drastically.
Exactly.
With a very limited amount of time to get it.
Right.
And that you can't.
You can't practice
There's
that.
no way you can ever practice that.
You can't do that against your JV if you're a varsity.
Look how much the adrenaline at the foul line cost Lakewood Park.
Here we go, Bill. It's all yours.
Cruz to inbound for Lakewood Park. Having a look. Throws the ball away. Throws it through the end line. He intended to touch Farnsworth, and he may have, but it goes to Garrett.
Wow.
Timeout, Garrett. 57-56, Garrett, 2.6 to go in the game, and now then it's a totally different look. Now then, instead of a breath of possibility for Lakewood, now it becomes
if they get the ball in, they got to foul immediately.
The darkness of basketball death now descending as Garrett, if they can just get it in, if they can just inbound the ball,
and
they
hold
can
it.
end this ball game.
That's right. They're up 57-56.
Bonus situation.
That's right. And Lakewood had the
Lakewood does have Garrett in the bonus. So if they foul him, they put him at the line. But with only 3.5 left now, I don't know. That's going to be rough.
Even if you don't make any, I mean, you only got 3.5 seconds. What would you say? I'd say the odds are probably 95%. Garrett will win this one.
Well, Garrett's got to get the inbound. If they can get the inbound, that's got to be crucial for them. It'd be interesting to see how Lakewood Park decides to defend this.
They're still talking we're in what we would call major miracle time for Lakewood.
Lakewood Park's got the hands. They could go man to man. They could even go
See what
man.
they do.
They could even take a man off the ball.
And
that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to put
a man off the ball.
They're going to take a man off the ball and defend the 3 men on the inbound with 4. There's the went right to Yeri, and that's all it took.
Oh.
Yep, Yeri got away from Bontrager. It's the only nasty thing I've seen him do all night was just stand there a little bit too long, and Yeri went around him. And now then that's going to put Yerian at the line where he gets one and. Yerian so far tonight, 13 points for the Garrett Railroaders.
Yeah.
He's
Coffin's in the nail.
Yeah.
Got the first
I
one.
apologize. That's his first point tonight, isn't it, Yerian?
Wow.
I was looking at
that's his first points of the
different
night.
kid. Yeah, it's his first point.
How
of the
big
night.
are they, Bill?
Second one coming.
Nothing
It's
but
there.
that.
59-56 Garrett. That's the end of the ball game as it goes up. Touches the rim, but does not go in. Garrett Railroaders win the consolation round of the Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational by the score of 59-56. We'll come back with end of the game statistics in just a moment. This is the Wabasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering sports bracing, power chairs and scooters, lift chairs, hospital beds, diabetic footwear, walkers, stair and vehicle lifts, respiratory equipment, and more with delivery. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626 or online at goshenhomemedical.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Foyle Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Foyle Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Foyle Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Shop Off Drive-In on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Before the game, corn dogs, Spanish dogs, a variety of sandwiches including pizza burgers and breaded cheeseburgers, deep fried veggies, root beer floats, and car hop service is available. Shop-offs will be closed until January, next to Horizon Bank, located on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-3012.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back. 59-56, your final score in the consolation game as Garrett defeats Lakewood Park Christian. Coach Zinel, end of the game statistics.
Really quickly, Bill Ingram had 1 bucket for 2. This is for Lakewood.
Yeah.
Pike had 6. Fowler had 1 bucket for 2. Markley had 4. Farnsworth had 10. Bontrager had 13. Cruz had 4. Miller had 15 for Lakewood. For Garrett, I've got Wilson with 5. Bailey had 14. Farney had 8. Joseph had 1 bucket for 2. Huffy had 15, Bill. Lorelli had 13. And Bill, this is what I thought was huge. It was the coffins and the nail. Yarney had 2 free throws, 2 of 2 for 2. Bill, your final score, Garrett 59, Lakewood 56.
We'd like to take a quick opportunity to thank the folks who have been working all day to make this broadcast possible. On the TV side, we especially want to thank Connor Lucas, Sarah Mills, and Kalena Chupp. On the radio side and on the announcer side, the folks that are going to come in behind us, if they were available, I don't know why we're even here. I mean, the B team should never get called when the A team is here. But anyway, Andrew Mamone and Rhett Koblenz are coming in next, along with Mason Gray. Well, it's going to be Rhett and Mason for the next one, along with Braxton Gray. Those guys did a fantastic job today, and really want to thank all those folks, along with our producers, Phil Huffman and Jeremy Van Loo, for an outstanding full day of basketball. Another outstanding full day of basketball coming tomorrow with the girls' shootout. We hope to see you there. Your final score of the consolation game was Garrett 59, Lakewood Park Christian 56. We're going to have Andrew and Rhett in here next to bring you the championship game featuring Hanover Central and Wabasee. This is the boys basketball holiday invitational action at the Hardwood TP at Wabasee on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Oakwood Resort in Syracuse. Oakwood Resort is offering a fun, busy work environment with a variety of responsibilities available on their team. Ideal for staycations with a seasonal winter rate for the hotel. The Waterfront Restaurant offers fine dining in a casual environment with selections as simple as chicken tenders or more upscale like surf and turf. 574-457-7100 or online at oakwoodresort.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster, offering men's and women's Brooks, walking and running shoes in men's sizes 7 to 16 and women's 5 to 13. Fitting narrow, medium wide, and extra wide. Pilcher Shoes helping your knees, hips, and feet problems for over 70 years on State Road 13 in North Webster. 574-834-7463 or online at pilchershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and all-day delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13, 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse. 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse. Before the game, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, and dinner specials. Chubby's Pub and Grub inside Wawasee Bowl on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
It's time for the championship game of the Wawasee Boys Holiday Invitational. Hanover Central will take on your Wawasee Warriors. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty, Pizza King, Syracuse Glass, State Farm Insurance Agent Dan Buckman, Lake City Bank, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Brook Point Inn, Syracuse Pizza Hut, Pilcher Shoes, Oakwood Resort, Shop Offs Drive-In, Foyle Plumbing, Goshen Home Medical, 1950 Signs and Graphics, and Sox Marina. Now let's take you to the Hardwood TP. With tonight's call, here is Rhett Koblenz and Andrew Mamone.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the Hardwood TP. I'm Rhett Koblenz alongside my color commentator for tonight's matchup, Andrew Mamone. We've got a good championship matchup here of the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational as the two winners of the early morning games, Hanover Central, the Wildcats, and your Wawasee Warriors were both victorious and moved into this championship game tonight. Andrew, should be a great game with both of these teams getting big wins earlier on, and we just saw Garrett and Lakewood Park Christian take each other on, and Garrett gets away with a nail-biting three-point win over Lakewood Park. And now, after that broadcast with Bill Dixon and Kaz Zino that you heard right here on the mix, we turn our attention towards the final installment of this four-part series of the Wawasee Holiday Invitational.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough call to follow, Rhett. Those guys really got into that game.
Absolutely.
It was a really close and exciting game between Garrett and Lakewood Park. It was a really, really close one, a nail-biter, and they had a great call on that one. We got a great one here for you tonight as well. Hanover and Wawasee both getting the win in their first game, really in decisive fashion as well. Both solid wins. Hanover scoring 92 points in the process, and Wawasee had a lot going for them offensively as well, especially beyond the three-point arc, led by Austin Miller with that 25-point performance. Although Hanover had a couple 20-point scores as well. I believe they had 3 players in the 20-point figures for that first game against Lakewood Park. So it's really going to be a good, high-scoring offensive battle here tonight between these two teams.
Yeah, Wawasee came out in that first game swinging, and they got their lead up to 17 points midway through the second half, but then allowed Garrett to kind of get back into it, and then only ended up winning that one 63-51. Hanover Central, on the other hand, was never in doubt. They always had that game in control against Lakewood Park Christian, and they were just taking it to them the whole time. Hanover Central run and gun, plays quick, forces a lot of turnovers because they play a hectic style of basketball, very quick, active hands, and that could cause Wawasee a lot of problems tonight.
And, Hanover's coach is doing an excellent job with their team this year. As you look across the court, they really don't have that much height. They're all about the same size, and they're all at a decent size to be able to play both a guard and forward position. And so their coach recognizes that they don't have that much of a post presence, so they're a run-and-gun team. They're up in your face or up in your grill, fast break all the time. That Hanover team is really going to look to get out and running here in this first half to try to punch Wawasee in the mouth right away and get a good lead on them to see if they can contain that.
I did talk to head coach Brian Klaus of Hanover Central before the game, just kind of asking him how he thinks his team is going to fare tonight after playing so hard, running up and down the floor in the first game, and he's totally confident in his team. He feels as if they are going to be able to come out and do exactly what they did here tonight that they did in the morning game. He said they had a really good night, or a really good afternoon today. He said they went to Ponderosa and ate lunch and then relaxed at Brook Point. And so he said that they are hoping to be able to be fresh for this one and able to come out and take it to Wawasee. And Wawasee, on the other hand, looking to get their three-point attack going as they did in the first game.
Unfortunately for Wawasee, it's going to be interesting to see how they get that three-point attack going with how aggressive Hanover is on defense. And, I really like how Coach has so much confidence in his Hanover team. You know what that says about them, Rhett? It's that they are extremely conditioned and ready for this game. Those guys probably worked their butts off over the offseason. During the beginning parts of the season, really hitting it hard on conditioning, running a ton to build up their stamina, and that's why they were able to go the entire length of the game last game against Lakewood Park.
Frequent changes and frequent substitutions will be key for Hanover to stay fresh in tonight's game as they look to run all over the Warriors. It's the championship game of the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invite. We'll be right back with all the action on 93.7 FM, The Mix, and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM, The Mix, and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by State Farm Insurance agent Dan Buckman behind Syracuse Glass. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Online at danforinsurance.com. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Glass, offering custom frame mirrors, shower enclosures, residential and commercial window glass, custom glass for furniture, and auto glass repair and replacement for over 25 years. Syracuse Glass next to Burger King on State Road 13, 574-457-5516.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Pizza King in North Webster and Syracuse, offering pizza, subs, pasta, salads, and more with delivery service. Pizza King in North Webster, 834-2565, and Syracuse, 457-5446, or online at pizza-king.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse, a full-service team helping clients buy and sell homes as well as assisting with leasing opportunities. Northern Lakes Realty is a proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics, located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back, everybody, to Wawasee High School Championship game of the Holiday Invitational, hosted by Wawasee, between the Warriors and the Hanover Central Wildcats. Couple of different things that each team needs to do tonight to be successful. They are our keys to the game, starting with Hanover Central. They got to be active on defense. That was the thing that they had going for them really, really well in the first game, was active defense and creating turnovers. Along with that, keeping up the pace. That was what caused Lakewood Park Christian some trouble in that first game of the day, was that they couldn't keep up with the pace of Hanover Central. When they tried to, they turned the ball over and got into a lot of trouble. Hanover also needs to create good looks with their passing and ball movement. They did a pretty good job of that in the morning, and it was successful for them on offense, so they need to continue to build on that and keep creating good looks off of their passing game. And on defense, they need to defend the three-point line when they're guarding the Warriors. Wawasee has a deadly attack with Bennett Hoffer, Austin Miller, and Aaron Evans, and even Ethan Hardy splashing a couple down earlier this morning, the big man. But Wawasee is great from behind the three-point line, and if they get going, Hanover might be in trouble, so they got to do a really good job of guarding the arc tonight.
Now for Wawasee, their keys really rely on being patient and protecting that basketball. They got to take care of the ball. Hanover likes to speed you up, cause a lot of turnovers. Not only does that do a lot in the fast break game, but also does a lot in the mental game. You start turning the ball over, you start questioning passes, and Wawasee has got to be able to prevent that by holding onto that basketball and taking care of it. They also need to share the wealth. Don't play selfish. You see the open guy, make the easy pass, hit him. If you have a dribble drive, but you got someone open in the corner, maybe you kick it out that extra pass. Just share the basketball, make Hanover move and run even more than they're used to already. And another big one is just play smart basketball, right? It really goes without saying. For every team, that should be one of their keys every time. Play smart basketball, make the smart, easy pass, take the wide open shot when you have it. Just play good basketball. Don't try to force anything. That's big for Wawasee. Once they get sped up sometimes, they try to force some shots, and I'm really looking at the guard play here with Wawasee. Mainly Austin Miller, having such an explosive game in that first game against Garrett. He really needs to come out and be patient in this Hanover game because they saw that first game. They're not going to let him have as much space as Garrett did, so they have to do a really good job of that.
Under 5 minutes until tip-off, we're going to go ahead and take our final spot break. And when we come back, we'll have starting lineups as well as tip-off in the championship game of the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational. We'll be right back with all the action here on the 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina on the east side of Webster Lake. Boat storage, service, and sales. Proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics and proud dealers of Trifecta Pontoons, Polar Craft Boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu Outboards. Online at soxmarina.com or at 574-834-2894.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering sports bracing, power chairs and scooters, lift chairs, hospital beds, diabetic footwear, walkers, stair and vehicle lifts, respiratory equipment, and more with delivery. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626 or online at goshenhomemedical.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Foyle Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Foyle Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Foyle Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Shop Off Drive-In on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Before the game, corn dogs, Spanish dogs, a variety of sandwiches including pizza burgers and breaded cheeseburgers, deep fried veggies, root beer floats, and car hop service is available. Shop-offs will be closed until January, next to Horizon Bank, located on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-3012.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Just seconds away from tipping off primetime basketball here at Wawasee in the Holiday Invitational Tournament. Looking at the starting lineups real quick for the Hanover Central Wildcats, they'll be the visitors tonight. Starting at center, number 0, a sophomore Cameron Ludwig. At guard, a junior number 1, Cole Popko. At the guard position, a sophomore wearing number 5, Joey Glidewell. And the two leading scorers for this Garrett team rounding out the lineup, Dominic Lucido wears number 22. He's a junior guard. And Luke Barrich, a senior guard, wears Michael Jordan's number 23 for the Wildcats.
The captains there for the Wildcats. Look for those two to have a big impact in this game, as they did in that first game, right? Now going for the home team and the host of this holiday tourney, the Wawasee Warriors. Their starting lineup is going to be kicking off with a senior guard, number 14, Bennett Hoffert. A junior guard, number 22, Austin Miller. A senior guard, number 30, Aaron Evans. A senior forward, number 32, Josh Slaybaugh. And rounding out the starting five for the Warriors, number 42, Ethan Hardy.
Andrew, before we get underway here, what is one thing, aside from keys to the game, that Wawasee needs to do to get a win tonight?
You know, Rhett, back in my old playing days with my coach, Troy Beachy, he had a saying, you press, you pay. Hanover is going to press Wawasee a lot. They're going to pressure the ball. They're going to be all over and be very aggressive. Wawasee needs to make them pay when they press. If you press, you're going to have them running all over the place. There's always an open man, so Wawasee really needs to make Hanover pay when they press them in this one. If they can do that, they can maybe pull Hanover out of that press, be able to have a little bit more space to work, which is really where their guards thrive, when they have space to get a shot off or to just expand the play for their other teammates. So that's what Wawasee needs to do. They need to make the press pay on this one.
10 guys on the floor, 5 for the Wildcats, 5 for the Warriors. Wawasee rocking the home white uniforms with the green trim. Hanover switching things up from the first game. They are wearing that Carolina blue jersey with the maroon numbers and the white piping. And pretty good looking uniform matchup tonight. Austin Miller going to be tipping for the Warriors, and it's going to be Cameron Ludwig handling the tip duties for the Wildcats. Ready to get this championship game underway. Wawasee versus Hanover Central starts right now with the tip. Ball into the air, and Miller wins his second tip of the day against the taller Ludwig. So Miller, using his ups, gets Wawasee the ball first. Hoffert has it at the top of the key, guarded by Popko. Swings it over to Miller. Miller gives it to Slaybaugh on the left wing. Hardy gets it top of the key, swings it right for Evans. Evans back to Miller. One more pass to Hoffert, who splashes home the first three-pointer of the game for the Warriors. And they're off to a hot start, 3-0, 7.5 to play. Hanover coming back the other way. Goes down low. Ball bobbled and turned over. Cameron Ludwig loses the ball out of bounds. And Wawasee going to get it right back with a 3-0 lead, 7.5 to play.
You can't ask for a better start for Wawasee, knocking down the three and then getting a quick turnover. Let's see how they handle this press from Hanover.
Hoffert swings it up, gives a cross-court pass to Hardy, who looks down low, not there, gives it back to Miller. Miller thought about the three, goes past the defender, pulls it back to Evans at the top of the key. Wawasee slowing things down here a little bit. Evans pulls it out. Hoffert runs a cut to go get the ball, does not receive the pass. Evans in trouble, guarded by Barrich. And we have a whistle and a 5-second call right as soon as Evans passed the ball off. Close one there, but Wawasee turns it over. So back-to-back turnovers for each team here to start. And Hanover has the ball, trailing 3-0 with 7:07 left in the first.
The senior's got to be more aware of his surroundings. Call a timeout if you're trapped in the corner. Get it to an open teammate. Don't take that turnover after you had such a hot start.
Barrage passes right for Lucido. Lucido comes back top of the key for Glidewell. Glidewell back to the corner, 3 on the way from Lucido. No good, can't tie it up. Ball still loose. Evans can't corral it. Tipped, grabbed by Popko. Swings it back out to Lucido. Lucido down low for Ludwig. Ludwig kicks it back out to Barrage. Barrage guarded by Miller. Spin move, step back Jay. Yes. Looked like it was coming out there, but it rattled off the backboard and goes back down. So Barrage gets the bucket for Hanover Central as Wawasee turns over the inbounds pass. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Missed by Glidewell. Rebound grabbed by Ludwig, who goes back up with the layup. No good. Slayball fighting for the rebound. Comes away with it for the Warriors. And he hands it off to Hoffer as he's going to bring the ball up the floor for the Warriors.
This Hanover team is scrappy. They got to be expecting them to crash the offensive board hard.
Slayball gets it down low, lays it up and in. Glidewell sliding over to play defense, but Slayball, nice shot fake, puts it down. No good on the deep 3-pointer from Luke Barrich. He pulled that from way behind the line. Hardy comes up with a loose ball. Team scrapping it out right now. Hoffer pushing it up the left side, going to the hoop. Stop, trapped in the corner, passes it back up top for Miller. Miller swings it down low for Slayball. Slayball kicks it back top of the key for Evans. Evans swings it to his left for Hoffert. Wawasee setting up the offense. Evan gets it left wing. Gives it inside to Hardy. Hardy tries to kick it back out. It's stolen. Going the other way with it is Lucido. Slayball running with him. Slayball can't get the block as Lucido lays it up and in. Wawasee leading 5-4 with 5:20 left in the first. Wawasee pushes the ball up. Hardy grabs it left wing, gives it to Evans at the top of the key, who pulls the trigger on the 3-pointer. Straight, true, and good as Aaron Evans knocks it down, giving Wawasee an 8-4 lead, 5:09 left in the first. Lucido drives, kicks it back out for Glidewell. Glidewell drives, scoop shot, good. Gets through the contact. All ball there, but finishes through it strong anyway. Quick 8-6 start here. Wawasee leading with 4:50 left. Hardy in trouble, passes it to Hoffert. Hoffert swings it to Miller, steps 1 foot inside the 3-point line. No good. Rebound grabbed by Slayball. Slayball puts it up. No good. Ball still loose. Hit out of bounds off of Hardy. It's going to be Hanover Central ball.
Wawasee has done a good job offensively in the half court, not so much at the full court press. Hanover is still speeding them up, but they've done a good job in the half court of really trying to get a good shot. Miller there, pump fake as a Hanover defender, flew by him. A good shot there in the lane, just couldn't get it to go, and then they were fighting for the offensive rebound off balance. Could not get it to fall, but a really good possession there for Wawasee. They've got a 2-point lead right now over Hanover. If they can keep the pressure on Hanover, I think they're going to be doing well in this game.
Joey Glidewell bringing the ball up the floor, averages 7.4 points a game. The fourth leading scorer for this Hanover Central team as a pass goes down low to Cameron Ludwig, wide open.
Beautiful pass there.
Hardy lost his assignment on that, and Hanover ties it up at 8. 4:15 left to play in the first. Evans trapped, hit out of bounds. It's going to be Wawasee ball. Hanover getting after it so far, making Wawasee uncomfortable a little bit. Cameron Salazar into the game for the Warriors.
That's twice that Aaron Evans has dribbled right into the trap for Wawasee. He's got to be more cautious about that.
Evans swing pass to Hoffert, thought about the 3, decides not to, pulls it back. The 5-second count on. Hoffert passes it off to Salazar, deep top of the key, guarded by Lucido. Back to Hoffert. Hoffert dribbling around, gets a screen from Hardy, swings it to Salazar. Salazar lines up a 3-pointer, pulls the trigger, and buries it home. Cameron Salazar looking to build a little bit of confidence in this game, pulls the trigger and knocks down the 3-pointer as Hanover quick comes the other way. Joey Glidewell can't get the shot to go down low. Salazar pushing it up the floor for Wawasee after the Hardy rebound. Evans pulls the trigger on a 3-pointer. Hits go to Wawasee off to a shooting spree right now. Hot from behind the arc. They lead 14-8 with 3.5 to play in the first. Hoffert causing some trouble for Hanover. Popko unable to handle it. Does get it off to Lucido, though. Lucido gives it back to Popko, who gives it right back to Lucido, who works it down to Ludwig in the post, guarded by Hardy. Ludwig drives in, a whistle, and a foul. It's going to be the first foul of the game. It's going to be on Ethan Hardy, and that's going to send Cameron Ludwig to the line to shoot 2.
I don't dislike that foul there by Hardy. It was a good, strong move by Ludwig, and he shuffled his feet. He just couldn't get quite all the way over, so instead of giving up the open layup, force him to shoot those free throws. Wawasee coming out hot right now from 3-point land. Let's just hope that they can sustain that, because right now, if they can do that, then they're going to be all right in this one, as Ludwig misses that first free throw. But Rhett Koblitz, if Cameron Salazar can get confidence in this game, look out, Hanover. There's definitely someone that wasn't so much on the scouting report. Salazar known more for his ball handling than his shooting, but steps beyond the arc and knocks down a big three-pointer in this one.
Ludwig knocks down the second free throw. Joey Glidewell to the bench for Hanover Central. Chris Roop comes into the game as Wawasee turns it over, but Salazar takes it right back and then promptly turns it over. Couple of quick turnovers here in succession. Cameron Ludwig has it and pulls it back for the Wildcats. Warriors with a 14-9 lead over Hanover Central. 2:47 left in the first. Three-pointer on the way from Lucido. Knocks it down. Wildcats slip back into that press. Hoffert rushes to the left side, stops, pulls it back to Evans in the center. Evans dribbles right, gets across the timeline, guarded by Barrich. Evans swings it back to Hoffert. Hoffert swings it to Hardy. Hoffert telling Hardy to shoot that wide open shot from the left wing, decides not to. Hoffert gets it back and then gives it to Salazar on the left wing. Salazar looking down low for Hardy. 5-second count on. Can't get that call. Hanover looking for it but doesn't get it. Hoffert receives the pass right wing. Swings it back to Salazar. Salazar thought about the J. Cannot. Passes it to Hardy, and Hardy can't corral it. Evans fighting for the ball, forces a turnover, drives to the hoop, reverse shot, no good, way up over the top of the backboard. But a good play by Aaron Evans to try and take the ball away. Wawasee leading 14-12, 1:57 left in the first. Crazy sequence there for these two teams.
Even though Evans missed that, it was a really good play because now Wawasee gets to set their defense back up. But basic basketball, Hardy's got to catch that ball with two hands. You cannot be catching it with one hand, especially with how aggressive Hanover is. They can get a hand in there and knock it out really easily. You got to be able to go strong and catch the ball with two hands.
Keith Kuntz into the game for Hanover, turns it over. Hoffert collects the steal. Going the other way, Miller pulls the three. No good, just off the rim. Hanover grabs the rebound and comes back the other way. Drive by Roop, and he goes up and then to the cup. 14-14, 1:21 left in the first quarter. Salazar gets the ball in the middle after breaking the press. Evans thought about the three from the right wing, decides not to. Wawasee working the clock down, nearing 1 minute left in the first, tied at 14. Hoffert goes right, gives it to Miller. Miller looking to make something happen. Goes back to the top of the key, gives it to Hoffert. Deep three on the way. Up, good! Bennett Hoffert splashes it home from a couple feet behind the arc. And Wawasee shooting the ball well from three-point land right now. 17-14 the score. Hanover with it, 45 seconds left in the first. Lucido, 5 points on the game, leading Hanover. Goes to the elbow, kicks it back out. Three blocked. Roop shot it. Hardy blocked it. Ball back out to Lucido, who knocks down the three-pointer. So that ended up working out in Hanover's favor as the ball gets tipped all the way out. Evans pushing the ball up the floor, breaks the press on the right side, swings it to Hardy, who gives it back to Salazar. Wawasee breaking the press quickly, not pushing anything. Coach Everingham calling out directions, wanting his team to hold for the last shot unless something obviously better comes open. 10 seconds on the first quarter clock. We're tied at 17. Hoffert pulls it, no good. Rebound grab by Hanover. Barrich has it, passes it up to Kuntz, and ball tipped at the buzzer by Cameron Salazar, and it falls harmlessly away. 17-17 the score. We've had a good first quarter so far. We got a new, fresh 8 minutes of basketball coming up in the second. We'll be right back with more Wawasee Boys basketball holiday invite action on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Broadcasting from Wawasee High School at number 1 Warrior Path in Syracuse, Indiana, we are 93.7 FM The Mix, WRWT LP Syracuse, a Pathways program.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Oakwood Resort in Syracuse. Oakwood Resort is offering a fun, busy work environment with a variety of responsibilities available on their team. Ideal for staycations with a seasonal winter rate for the hotel. The Waterfront Restaurant offers fine dining in a casual environment with selections as simple as chicken tenders or more upscale like surf and turf. 574-457-6600 888-888-7100 or online at oakwoodresort.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster, offering men's and women's Brooks, walking and running shoes in men's sizes 7 to 16 and women's 5 to 13. Fitting narrow, medium wide, and extra wide. Pilcher Shoes helping your knees, hips, and feet problems for over 70 years on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463, or online at pilchershoes.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Inside the Hardwood TP, tied at 17. 12 seconds gone by in this second period. Hanover got the ball down low, and a foul committed against Keith Kuntz puts him at the line to shoot two. He knocks down the first. Wawasee and Hanover make a substitution. Josh Schleybaugh checks in. Ethan Hardy sits down for the Warriors. Chris Roop sits down for Hanover Central. And Joey Glidewell comes back in. That's the second free throw good by Keith Kuntz. Wawasee trailing 19-17. Hanover leading for the first time in this game. Joey Glidewell steals the Bennett Hoffert pass and takes it the other way. Passes it up for Barrich. Miller fouls Glidewell at the top of the key. Glidewell looked to make something happen there. Couldn't get anything going. Third foul on the Warriors. None called yet on Hanover Central. Dawson Miller's first foul of the game. Hanover gets it inbounds. Lucido thought about the right wing three. Passes it over to Joey Glidewell. Glidewell swings it back left. Barrich guarded by Miller. Miller gives it to Barrich gives it to Lucido. Drive no good by Dylan Kuntz. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Wawasee ball.
That was great defense there by Cameron Salazar down low in the post, contesting the shot of number 20 on Hanover. That would be Ryan Rakowski, forcing that missed shot.
Salazar drives to the hole, gets a shot blocked from behind by Joey Glidewell. Wildcats taking it the other way after the block. Miller goes for the steal, loses his man. Barrich at the elbow, stops, kicks it back out. Glidewell pulls a left-hand three-pointer, no good, in and out. Rebound grab by Keith Kuntz. Kuntz dribbles back out, puts up a shot, no good. Ball still loose. Wawasee unable to corral it. Dylan Kuntz passes it down low to the other Kuntz, who goes left hand, no good off the glass. Schleybaugh grabs the rebound, and Wawasee escapes. 6:43 left in the second. Hanover leading 19-17. Salazar in trouble, looking to get it off. Barely does. Hoffert gets it, top of the key, swings it right for Miller, back to Hoffert. Wawasee moving the ball around with ease right now. Salazar possesses at the top of the key. Surveys his options, goes right with Hoffert. Hoffert gets it down low to Evans. Senior looking to make something happen, gives it back to his fellow senior Hoffert, who swings it to Salazar, who buries the three-pointer from the left wing, and Salazar knocks down his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 6 so far, building his confidence in this championship.
Keep shooting it, kid. You're feeling it now. Don't stop. Wawasee needs you to be confident in this game.
Barrich, top of the key for Hanover. Swings right for Kuntz. Kuntz passes it back out. Barrich corrals it right by the timeline, almost an over and back call. Three-pointer on the way, long way off there. Luke Barrich missed it. Ball loose on the ground, and it's going to be a jump ball possession. Arrow favors the Warriors.
Man, this Hanover team is scrappy, Rhett. They're all over the offensive glass here tonight. And like we were saying in the pregame, they really don't have that much height. Granted, Wawasee doesn't either, but you'd expect it to be pretty even in the rebounding category. But right now, Hanover Central is all over the boards, both on the offensive and defensive end. Wawasee has to do a better job of boxing out and crashing the glass.
Cole Popko and Brendan Bonner into the game. Dylan Kuntz and Keith Kuntz sit down for the Wildcats. Hoffert looking to break, cannot get it, gives it to Evans. Evans does get it across himself. Evans goes all the way to the hole, left-hand layup, good, soft touch all the way to the rim, and he gets it down. Wawasee leading by 3, 22-19, 5:29 left, and we have a charge going the other way. Cameron Salazar stepped in front of a barreling Dominic Lucido down the lane. Lucido out of control there, so a player control foul. essentially equates to a turnover.
Coach Everingham deciding to keep Salazar out of the starting lineup here in today's tournament, and it ends off playing dividends for him as he's coming off the bench, being refreshed, able to see how the game's going to play out. And Cameron Salazar has come out in this championship game firing not only offensively but defensively as well. He had the hand in the face to prevent the easy layup, now taking the charge right there over the captain of Hanover Central. Great start for the sophomore point guard.
Slayball gets the ball inside the three-point line, gives it to Evans in the left corner. Back out for Salazar. Salazar goes right, gives it to Hoffert. Hoffert moves back to his left for Salazar. Salazar pulls the trigger again. No good from that left wing. It's been favorable to him so far, but he misses on that one. Hanover Central quick the other way. Lucido on the drive. Mid-range Jay buries that one home. 22-21, Wawasee with the lead just under 5 to play in the second.
Shooter's got to shoot right, and Lucido knows exactly what to do when he gets the ball. Got into an open lane, took one dribble, pulled up, and knocked it down. 21-22 in this one. A great first half of basketball in this game.
Wawasee across half court, and a foul on Brendan Bonner, I believe, is who they're going to get reaching over Cameron Salazar. Ball's going to be out underneath Wawasee's own basket. Substitution for Hanover, Chris Roop is going to come into the game, and Ethan Hardy as well for the Warriors.
This is going to be an important play here for Wawasee, Red. Wawasee up by 1 right now. They've got the ball out of bounds, down by the basket here. If they can get a quick, easy bucket, it's going to do wonders for their confidence. But remember to get back on defense because Hanover's going to be running and gunning right when they get the basketball.
Barrage taking a quick break for Hanover Central, their leading scorer. Don't expect him to be out for too long. Miller pulls the trigger on the right wing three-pointer, and he buries it home. Heard him saying no, 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 thought he missed it, but it was just long enough, and he was able to get it. And then down on the defensive end, Miller taps it away. So he is all over the place right now, flying around, making shots, knocking balls away.
Wawasee right now, Rhett, they're not setting great screens, but that was a great screen there by Hardy, a nice, hard, firm set screen. They need to do more of those, get their players open, set harder screens, take these Hanover players' pressure and use it against them.
Lucido, right-hand layup, just barely blocked by Ethan Hardy, who gets it out to Evans. Evans breaks the timeline with a nifty behind-the-back dribble, gives it to Slayball, who kicks it back out to Hoffert, gets a screen from Evans and keeps moving to his left, top of the key. Gives it back to Evans. Evans looking to drive, swings it to Hoffert off the double screen. Hoffert unable to pull the trigger on the shot. Didn't like what he saw, so he brings it back top of the key and resets. Passes to Evans on the right wing, who drives back to the top of the key. Hoffert receives the pass, goes back to the top of the key. Wawasee just kind of cycling through things here. Miller looking to get open behind the three-point line. Can't. Ball tipped, and that's going to be a foul on Joey Glidewell. Did not like that call, but bumped Austin Miller, and the ball gets away from him. So Wawasee with a 4-point lead, 25-21. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left on the second quarter clock.
You know, those can go either way, right? He reached around his back to try to poke the ball from behind. It's a play that most players use. It's an annoying play, but it either works or you get a foul called on it. It just depends on the ref.
Miller gets the pass. No good on the three-pointer. Rattles around and pops out. Miller in disbelief on that one. Hanover coming the other way. Three-pointer from Bonner on the way. No good, left corner, missed.
And another offensive board by Hanover.
Chris Roop in the right corner swings it back out to Glidewell. Glidewell jab steps, goes left, passes it out to Lucido, misses the three-pointer, falls down. Hoffert coming the other way, takes it himself to the hoop and lays it up and in. Long rebound, and nobody stayed with him. Hanover didn't get back on defense, and Wawasee extends their lead 27-21, under 3 to play.
That's the easiest bucket Wawasee is going to have all game. They better enjoy that one.
Backdoor cut by Lucido. Lays it up right hand and good. Nice move. Jab step out and then cuts back inside. Gets open on that one.
Those two play so well together, Red. Glidewell and Lucido just know where each other are on the court at all times. It's really cool to watch.
And Coach Everingham calls a timeout. Doesn't like what he sees from the Wawasee offense there. It's going to be a 60-second timeout, so we will go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back with more Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational action on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and all-day delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13, 574-457-8300, or online at pizzahut.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee leading 27-23, 2:37 left in the second quarter. The Warriors playing well right now, hanging with Hanover Central. The pace has been up a little bit, but Wawasee has done a good job staying with Hanover Central, not forcing a lot of bad mistakes, and they've done a pretty good job keeping things relatively simple and clean so far in this one, and they have a 4-point lead as a result. Austin Miller with the ball for the Warriors, gives it to Salazar on the handoff. Salazar running the point. Wawasee looking to get somebody open. Evans does on the left wing. Goes back to his right, guarded there by Chris Roop. Miller gets the pass, thought about the three from the deep wing. Evans can't corral the pass, throws it out of bounds, and does not get it off of Dominic Lucido. So Evans trying to bounce it off the Hanover defender, unable to, and so a turnover for the Warriors. Hoffert comes into the game, Miller sits down. Glidewell brings the ball across the timeline for the Hanover Central Wildcats. Mid-range jumper good. Cole Popko drives in and just pulls up, knocks it down. Wawasee's lead down to 2 now. Evans goes across court pass for Hardy. Hardy corrals it and then gives it back to Hoffert, top of the key. Minute 45 left in the second. Wawasee leading by 2 over a solid Hanover team. Salazar gets it, goes to the free throw line, stops, gives it to Slaybaugh, who hands it off to Evans. Evans goes left, stops at the top of the key, gives it back to Hoffert, who sidesteps, pulls on the three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Cole Popko. And Evans commits a foul, reaching around behind Popko. And knocks the ball away, but a foul, so Hanover Central going to retain the second foul on Aaron Evans, 4th on Wawasee of this game.
It's nice to see the refs being consistent on that call. Glidewell attempted to do it against Austin Miller earlier in the game, and then there you have Aaron Evans going to do it right there. So it's good to see that they're calling it both ways. That's Evans' second foul so far in this first half, so he's going to take a seat as Hardy checks back in for the Warriors.
Dominic Lucido for Hanover Central gives it up to Popko. Popko goes right. Roop guarded by Slaybaugh, almost has the pass stolen. Puts it down low, ill-advised pass, and it's stolen by Hoffert. A minute and change left in the second. Salazar stops, gets across the timeline, swings it to Hoffert. Hoffert gives it to Miller. Right corner three, short, ball tipped, lost, out of bounds. Hanover Central unable to collect the rebound. So Wawasee gets second life following the missed three-pointer by Miller and the bobbled rebound by the Wildcats.
We got some substitutions here. Hanover's high-flying senior scorer, Luke Barrich, is checking in, and Aaron Evans for Wawasee is checking back in. 54 seconds left in this first half. Wawasee up by 2. Let's see if they can extend their lead here on this possession.
Hoffert gets the ball inbounds, but it's tipped away by Dominic Lucido. Lucido all over the place tonight. Got 12 points on the game. He averages 12.8 a game, so he's almost matched the season average in the first half. Salazar receives the inbounds pass and gives it to Slaybaugh at the top of the key. 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Evans guarded by Popko, and Evans gets fouled. Wawasee going to keep it. It's the 5th foul on Hanover.
Hanover's number 1, Cole Popko, his first, team's 4th.
4th foul, rather. Wawasee retaining possession, looking to get something going here as the second quarter winds down. They have a 2-point lead, 27-25, just over 30 seconds left in the second. Hoffert with it on the right wing, goes left, gives it to Salazar just inside the 3-point wing. Salazar goes right, gives it to Hoffert. Hoffert spins back to his right. 20 seconds on the clock. Miller goes top of the key with it. Goes back to his right, passes it to Salazar. Wawasee looking to hold for the last shot now. Under 15 to play. Evans has it on the wing. Drives, thought about it. Ball tipped, out of bounds. That's going to give Wawasee a chance to slow things down and reset and try to get something. With 6 seconds left in the first half here, 27-25, Wawasee with the lead. Hoffert taking the ball out of bounds for the Warriors. They spread it out 4 wide on the floor. Evans cuts low. Can't get it. Miller gets it in the corner. Miller drives, gives it back to Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh goes, puts up the shot at the buzzer. No good. Rebound grabbed. Hanover Central comes down with it. And that's going to do it for this first half. Wawasee, a solid first half of basketball. 27-25 their lead. We will be right back with your halftime show from the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invite on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse. Before the game, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, and dinner specials. Chubby's Pub and Grub inside Wawasee Bowl on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by State Farm Insurance agent Dan Buckman behind Syracuse Glass. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Online at dan4insurance.com. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Glass, offering custom frame mirrors, shower enclosures, residential and commercial window glass, custom glass for furniture, and auto glass repair and replacement for over 25 years. Syracuse Glass next to Burger King on State Road 13, 574-457-5516.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
We're back here at Wawasee High School. Rhett Coleman's alongside Andrew Mamone. It's halftime in the Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invite Championship game. The Warriors lead the Hanover Central Wildcats 27-25, a solid first half of basketball from Wawasee. They were able to keep up with Hanover Central, turn the ball over 7 times, but Hanover Central was not able to capitalize on that. And so Wawasee is benefiting from a not only handling of the press right now, but a quick breaking of the press because that has led to some open shots for the Warriors.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of playing half-court offense. You know, they haven't really made the press pay that much, but the press really hasn't been that much of a factor as it was in the first game against Lakewood Park. So Wawasee's done a really nice job of handling the pressure of Hanover in the full court. Now, they do need to get more looks in the half court. I would like to see some more screens set. Hardy did a nice job giving a couple of his teammates open looks at the three-point line. But Aaron Evans needs to set stronger screens, hit these Hanover players hard, get your players open. You get some more easy shots. Might even get them to back down a little bit. But they played a really solid first half, especially shooting from the three-point line. In that first game, they were really, really hot from the arc, and they carried it over into this championship game as Hanover cooled off a lot from the three-point line from their first game. I believe they actually only have 1 3-pointer so far in this first half. I could be wrong on that, but they definitely are not having as strong of a performance from beyond the arc as they did in that first game.
2 for 9, Hanover Central from behind the arc in that first half, so not far off. Wawasee shooting 7 for 14 from behind the arc, led by 2 for 2 Aaron Evans. He's shooting 3 for 4 in the game, 8 points and he is the second leading scorer in the game. Dominic Lucido, shooting 5 for 9 for Hanover Central, has 12 points. He's leading all scorers. He's also played all 16 minutes of the game today, so he is probably going to be feeling this one tomorrow. He's going to be feeling a little sore after a long day of basketball. But, Andrew, what did Hanover Central do well in that first half to keep themselves in this game against a solid and now confident, after 2 wins in a row, going back 2 games, this Wawasee team?
It has to be the offensive rebounding. They crashed the glass hard in that first half. They're not a very tall team, but they are extremely scrappy. They have a lot of heart, a lot of hustle, and that allowed them to get a lot of loose ball and 50-50 balls, a lot of rebounds. You can read off the stats how many offensive rebounds they had for me in that first half.
4.
They had 4 offensive rebounds, but not only that, they really, really just took it to Wawasee. Even if they didn't come down with the rebound, they pressured it. Maybe the ball went out of bounds off of one of them. They're just all over the place on the glass. Wawasee's got to do a better job preventing that, but a really, really nice job for Hanover of crashing the glass. And the 2 captains for Hanover, Lucido and Barrick, are just really pure scorers, right? They can shoot the ball off the catch. They can create off the dribble, especially Lucido having a really nice first half, 12 points, leading all scorers in this one. A really, really good performance, him, of catching and shooting, creating his own shot. He's just doing it all right now. He's even got a couple assists.
1 more half left to decide who will be crowned the champion of the Wawasee Holiday Basketball Invitational, and we will have all of that second half action for you, as well as a post-game wrap-up with a Coach Everingham interview following this one. We'll be right back with more Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational action on 93.7 FM, The Mix, and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Pizza King in North Webster and Syracuse, offering pizza, subs, pasta, salads, and more with delivery service. Pizza King in North Webster, 834-2565, and Syracuse, 457-5446, or online at pizza-king.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse, a full-service team helping clients buy and sell homes, as well as assisting with leasing opportunities. Northern Lakes Realty is a proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics, located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina on the east side of Webster Lake. Boat storage, service, and sales. Proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics and proud dealers of Trifecta Pontoons, Polar Craft Boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu Outboards. Online at soxmarina.com or at 574-834-2894.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering sports bracing, power chairs and scooters, lift chairs, hospital beds, diabetic footwear, walkers, stair and vehicle lifts, respiratory equipment, and more with delivery. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626, or online at goshenhomemedical.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Back inside Wawasee High School Gymnasium, the Warriors lead the Wildcats of Hanover Central 27-25 with 1 minute left in the halftime countdown. Warriors did a great job shooting from behind the arc, no surprise there, as they were able to continue their momentum into this second game. Hanover Central going to be looking to climb back into the lead in this one. 2 lead changes so far in this game. The largest lead was Wawasee by 6, and the longest run was Wawasee 10-2 over Hanover. 3 ties so far, so we've had a pretty good close game. Hopefully this one will stay close and be a nice contest down the stretch, because Bill and Cass before us, they had a barn burner that went right down to the wire, and even a shot to try and tie it at the buzzer banked off of the backboard and rim for Lakewood Park. So a great game in the first part of our evening set, and the second game is living up to the hype as well.
A really exciting call in that one too, Red. If you weren't here and if they weren't telling you how much time was left in the game, you could have thought that the entire game was the fourth quarter just by the excitement in their voices. They did a really nice job of calling that first game, and a great job, a great effort in this entire tournament by both Garrett and Lakewood Park. They played really hard in both their games. Garrett was able to go 1-1. Lakewood Park, unfortunately, dropping both of their games today. But congratulations to both of them, and thank you for coming out to the Wawasee Holiday Tournament this year.
Hanover Central going to start with the ball to begin the second half. 8 minutes on the third quarter clock. Wawasee with a 27-25 lead. And that's where we stand right now as Hanover Central gets the ball in and starts the last 16 minutes of play to crown our champion of the Wawasee Holiday Invite. Hanover Central looking to get things going with a bang. A three-pointer missed by Luke Barrich, trying to get things started early on for the Wildcats. Can't get it going.
Great hard rebound there by Hardy as well.
Hardy gets hacked. Cameron Ludwig committing the foul on the left sideline. Wawasee going to have it out of bounds right there. A substitution already for Hanover Central. Dylan Coots to the scorer's table for the Wildcats.
It seems like any time that one of these Hanover players makes a mistake, their bench is so deep that the coach just pulls them out, puts the next guy right up, next man up mentality in this Hanover team. These guys are really playing for perfection in this one.
Warriors moving the ball around here on offense. Hardy has it left wing, hands it off for Miller. Miller goes right for Slayball, who cuts to the hole after handing it off. Hoffert goes left, hands it off to Evans. Evans comes back right to Hoffert on the right wing. Hoffert guarded by Cole Popko. Evans with a nice backdoor cut, goes hard to the glass and lays it up off the backboard. Hanover trailing by 4, coming back on offense. Lucido drives to the hoop and gets it to go, finishing through the contact there. Hanover coming out in their 2-2-1 press. Hoffert goes up the right sideline, reverses back to the left for Miller. Miller looking to go middle, not there, swings it back to Hoffert, who swings it up to Slaybaugh, who stops, pulls it back, gives it to Hoffert on the backdoor bounce pass at the free throw line. Slaybaugh gets the chest pass from Hoffert, who then goes to the left. Evans receives the handoff. Evans dribbling around, guarded by Glidewell. Goes left for Hardy. Hardy hands it off to Hoffert. Wawasee kind of trying to slow things down a little bit with a 2-point lead. Playing things at their pace. Trying to put Hanover Central out of their comfort zone. Hardy guarded by Dylan Kuntz, hands it off to Hoffert. Hoffert drives inside the three-point line and then gives it up for Aaron Evans. Evans goes left, stop to the NLC logo, backdoor pass to Hoffert, who pulls it back out. Wawasee still possesses, 5:48 left in the third. Wawasee leading by just 2 points.
Hanover really has a smothering defense, Rhett. Hoffert made a really nice backdoor cut, might have had an open layup, but everyone on the Hanover defense just sucked down to the lane.
Evans on the drive, goes up and gets fouled. He's going to shoot 2 at the line. A nice take there by Aaron Evans to break through the defense and make something happen.
I like the move there by the senior Evans. He's not afraid to go into 2-3 defenders, go up to the rim, go high, see if he can get that layup. In this case, he gets fouled and gets 2 free throws out of it, trying to extend this Wawasee lead to 2 possessions, as his first free throw is up and nothing but nylon on that one. The senior trying to lead his team, leading scoring right now. He's got 11 points for Wawasee. Let's see if he can completely step up in this second half.
You know, this game might be a perfect example as Evans misses the second free throw and the rebound grab by Hanover Central. A perfect example of why some people want a shot clock in Indiana high school basketball, because it would really favor a team like Hanover Central, a smothering defense, and would be able to force some really bad looks from these other teams that they take on. As a three-pointer buried by Dylan Kuntz at the top of the key. Not a guy that's going to, shoot a lot of threes or make a lot. He's just 2 for 13 on the year, make that 3 of 14 now. Not a good shooter, but knocks that one down. Evans goes down low on the pass from Miller. Miller gets the assist. Evans with the left-hand finish. Hanover Central coming quickly the other way, taking it out of bounds. Barrich on the drive, kicks it back out, tipped by Hardy. Hardy was wide open running down to the other end of the floor. Hanover Central unable to get back with him after he blocked the shot. Evans passes it down low and out of bounds, looking for a slay ball across the middle. 32-30 the lead for the Warriors. 4:46 left in the third quarter.
Ethan Hardy really doing the little things for Wawasee in this one, Rhett. Jumping out on that three-point shot to block it. He ran down the court, could have got a fast break layup if Hofford had his head up, but he's doing a really nice job setting screens, getting his teammates open. He doesn't have any points in this one and only one foul, so doing a really good job. As Miller gets a steal and just loses it. He could not pick that one up and corral it to finish off the fast break. A really good opportunity for Wawasee to extend that lead, but Miller just could not convert.
Substitution for Hanover Central. Ryan Ryskowski comes in, seeing his first minutes tonight, I should say. Slayball, the tenacious defender for the Warriors. A drive inside and a charge as Dominic Lucido goes inside, picking up his second foul. Hardy was in position, stood there the whole time and knew it was coming, but just braced himself, took a hard charge.
There he is once again. Hardy doing the little things. He saw that one coming the whole way. Lucido didn't even try to get out of the way on that one. Hardy took it right in the chest. Wawasee gets the ball back.
Miller breaks the press for the Warriors, gives it back to Hoffert near the volleyball spiking line. 4:01 left in the third. 32-30 the score. Wawasee with the lead. Hoffert has it top of the key, swings it right. Wawasee just passing it around right now. Evans drives, has it poked away. Hanover Central coming quickly the other way. Lucido lost it, unable to corral himself, but able to finish the layup, and everyone in this gym that's a Wawasee fan calling for a travel there.
I think the refs let it slide because there was a slippery spot on the court. Granted, it really doesn't matter. It should have been a travel nonetheless, but I think they let it go just because there was a wet spot on the court.
So the tie game only lasts for a little bit as Aaron Evans breaks the press for the Warriors and takes it inside and puts down the mid-range jumper. So 15 points for Evans as a three-pointer goes down for Dominic Lucido on the other end. These two teams going quickly back and forth. Lucido bounced around a couple times and hit almost every part of the rim there and got it to go. Hanover Central getting a little bit of momentum right now. Evans stops, passes down low for Slayball, who kicks it away and turns it over. Hanover Central starting to get what they did earlier today, forcing turnovers in this quick-paced, always moving defense. Glidewell takes it inside and hits the jumper. Wawasee coming the other way. Austin Miller has it poked away and out of bounds. It's going to be Wawasee ball, but Hanover Central taking advantage of some Wawasee mistakes. 37-34, Wildcats lead as Chris Roop comes in and Luke Barrich goes down to the bench.
And the junior captain, number 22, Dominic Lucido, putting his team on his back right now, knocking down a three and just really getting his team into it. Wawasee needs to be patient again. They got sped up a little bit there as Hanover made a little bit of a run. Now they got to slow things down. Only down by 3 with 2:25 left in this third quarter of action. They got to get a nice shot right here.
Lucido outscoring his entire team. He's got 19. The rest of his team has 18 points. So carrying the team like you said, Andrew. Wawasee on offense just slowing things down a little bit, trying to move the ball around. Evans at the elbow, swings it to Hardy. Hardy looks to get it into the post and can't. Evans gets it back outside, short on the three-pointer. Hardy goes up for the rebound, and they're going to call an over the back on that one. Hardy fighting for the rebound, gets called for the foul.
It was a very close play, Brett. Hardy was fighting for it. It looked like it was right above both players, so I would have liked to see the rest just let that one play out. Nonetheless, Hardy gets a second foul of the game, and we have a substitution here. Cameron Salazar checking in for number 30, Aaron Evans. Let's see if Wawasee can get a stop here defensively and then get a bucket. It'd be really nice if they could get a nice fast break transition. We'll see what happens here on this next possession.
1:48 left in the third. Hanover with a three-point lead, 37-34. Wildcats looking to be crown champions of the Wawasee Invite Tournament, and that's going to be a turnover for the the Wildcats. It's going to be a backcourt violation.
Excellent job there by the Hanover player to hustle back and touch that one for the over and back so that he prevented the fast break layup as Salazar picked it up and put it in anyways. But a great job there, hustle play. Only stopping the damage a little bit. You know, you couldn't quite completely stop the bleeding, but you controlled the damage a little bit.
Hoffert has it right wing, drives back to his left. The shifty senior passes to his right for Miller. Miller quiet so far today. He had a 25-point performance this morning, but only 3 today. Salazar receives the pass, goes top of the key, cuts it to his left after passing it to Hoffert. Salazar driving down low, stops, pulls it back out, gives it to Hoffert. Hoffert swings it to Miller. Miller decides to pull the three, no good. Rebound to Hanover Central. It's Raskowski with it, and Raskowski turns it over. Not sure where Raskowski was looking to go with that one. Didn't have anybody in the way, or in the area. Aaron Evans checks in. Slayball's going to sit down. Wawasee still trailing by 3. 1 minute on the dot left in the third quarter. Clock starts rolling. 58, 57, 56. Salazar breaks the timeline for the Warriors. Hoffert holds it, gives it to Miller. Miller pump fakes, gets his man airborne, does not take the shot, pulls it back out for Hoffert. Slowing things down for Wawasee. If they play this right, they can get the last shot here in this quarter as well.
Got to be careful not to turn it over, though, and give Hanover another quick bucket. That'd be demoralizing for the Warriors.
Salazar gives it to Hoffert. Hoffert goes left, gets a screen from Evans. Gives it to Miller down low. Miller trying to make something happen in the post. Not exactly a post player, you'd think. Evans kicks it to Salazar, who pulls the trigger on the three. No good. Ball tipped, loose, grabbed by Brendan Bonner. Bonner coming the other way. Raskowski inside. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds off of Hanover Central. So Wawasee, after missing a shot, they get back on defense and do a great job there. And they're going to get the ball back with 7 seconds left in the third, down 37-34. Wawasee making a substitution.
Smart play there by the senior Aaron Evans not to foul on the play. He's got 2 fouls already. A third one really would be crucial going into that fourth quarter. He did a nice job staying down, contesting the shot, avoiding the foul, and preventing the easy fast break layup. A really nice job there by the senior to give his team one more look at a final shot here in this quarter.
Ethan Carey, the sophomore speed demon, into the game for the Warriors. 4 seconds, 3. Salazar has it. 1 second, puts up a shot way short at the buzzer. Online but short, so Hanover Central 37, Wawasee 34 at the end of the third. 1 quarter left, and we will know who our champion is in this Wawasee Holiday Invite. We'll be back with the final frame of action right here on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Foyle Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Foyle Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Foyle Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Shop Off's Drive-In on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Before the game, corn dogs, Spanish dogs, a variety of sandwiches including pizza burgers and breaded cheeseburgers, deep fried veggies, root beer floats, and car hop service is available. Shop Offs will be closed until January, next to Horizon Bank, located on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-3012.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Cameron Salazar possesses the ball for the Warriors, passes it left for Austin Miller as they look to get things going here in the final frame of play, trailing by 3. Miller drives, kicks out to Hoffert, tying 3 on the way, buries it home. Bennett Hoffert, the senior, stepping up when Wawasee needs it, and a turnover by Hanover Central means Wawasee's got a chance to take the lead on this possession. Evans, left wing three-pointer, short, no good. Wawasee trying to build something here early on as we have a 37-all tie with 7:23 left in the fourth. Got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Bennett Hoffert. It's going to be his first of the game. Hanover Central making a substitution. Dominic Lucido into the game.
The two seniors here, Hofford and Evans, really carrying this team. Hofford knocking down the open three-pointer like he's done all game, right? When he gets an open look, he's been able to get it off and knock it down. He just haven't had that many open opportunities, but was able to capitalize on that one for a big play.
And
another off-ball foul on Wawasee.
Pretty quickly right after getting it in bounds.
Not sure where this is coming from, right? We've had a really physical game all day long, and now the referees are starting to tighten it up a little bit. We're going to see how they do when Wawasee gets the ball on the Hanover side. I'm not sure that I like this change of pace, however.
Joey Glidewell into the game for Hanover Central. Luke Barrich averaging 15 a game, but only 2 points today. Gets it, swings it to Glidewell. Barrich has it, steps 1 foot inside the three-point line. No good. Hardy goes up strong, tucks away the rebound. Gives it to Salazar, who pushes it up ahead for Miller. Miller grabs it, one dribble, lays it up and in. Nice play, Salazar to Miller on the connection. And a whistle as Hanover Central makes a silly mistake. Ryan Raskowski looked like he lost the ball as he was taking it out of bounds.
Nice, stepped over the line. Stepped over the line, right? That's one of the prices that you pay when you're speeding things up. Sometimes you can force yourself to make those silly mistakes instead of the other team. And Ben Hofford, a great job of getting into the passing lane and forcing the player passing it out of bounds to question that pass. As he curls off the pass, gets it open, shot off the mark. The rebound is fought for, and it's going to stay down here with Wawasee.
Wawasee looking to try and make something happen here with a couple of free possessions because of a silly Hanover turnover. 6:49 left in the final frame of play, barring overtime. Hoffert receives the inbounds pass, shot fake, drives in, has his shot tipped out of bounds. Dominic Lucido, the 6-foot junior captain for Hanover Central, went and got that. Just his second block of the season, but solid one nonetheless on the smaller Hoffert.
I think he had one earlier in this game, Rhett.
Third block of the season.
Or maybe he had both of them tonight.
Possibly, we'll see. Wawasee with a 2-point lead now. Funny how quick things can change. Wawasee looked like they were struggling coming into this quarter, but they have the lead now as Miller drives inside, puts up the shot, no good, spins off the rim. Hanover Central comes the other way. Popko swings it down low for Joey Glidewell. Glidewell gives it back to Lucido, who drives in, has it tipped away. Dylan Kuntz collects, hounded by Hoffert, and hounding him too much as the foul called.
I like that by Hofford. You're the little guy getting up in the face of a bigger player. You're pressuring him a little bit. You only have one foul. Your team, that was only your fourth foul, so you have the ability to be a little aggressive here.
Hanover Central gets the ball in bounds. Joey Glidewell gets it, guarded by Evans. Passes top of the key for Popko. Popko shoots over Aaron Evans, sliding over on the help side. He knocks it down, and we're tied at 39. Hardy gets the pass from Hoffert, dribbles out of the trap, gives it to Evans. Hanover Central slides into a man-on-man defense. Evans has it on the Warriors' word mark just behind the right wing, passes it to the left side for Salazar. Salazar goes right, hands it off to Miller. Miller, high-arcing three-pointer, just missed that one. Hanover, the rebound coming the other way. It's Popko, swings it over to Glidewell. 5.5 to play in the fourth, tied at 39. Hanover looking to take the lead. To his right goes Kuntz. Kuntz with the shot, no good. But a foul, so Kuntz is going to go to the line to shoot two.
It was a very close play. Hardy almost missed him. He almost didn't touch him, therefore wouldn't have been a foul. However, he did get him there, so bailed out the Hanover player. He's got a chance to take the lead for Hanover. I'm kind of curious to see how many ties and lead changes there's been in this game. It's been a great game, a close one all throughout. As Hanover's free throw is up and off the mark, it's going to stay tied for another moment here at least. We got a substitution here. Number 32, Josh Slayball is going to be checking in, and Ethan Hardy is going to be checking out.
Hanover Central looking to take the lead once more in this one, 39 all. Kuntz at the line, knocks down the second free throw. Hanover slides into their press. Hoffert receives the inbounds pass from Salazar. Goes to the left, swings it back to Evans. Defense a little out of position as Evans sprints across the timeline. And then a foul down low. Evans stopped and got bumped into by Dylan Kuntz. So it's going to be Kuntz's first foul.
You know, I'd like to see on the out-of-bounds play one time for Wawasee if they can get that home run pass. It looked on that one. Slayball was open. His defender was kind of lollygagging back to the back court. Maybe if they look up, they might be able to get a wide-open fast break layup off of that. We'll see if they can recognize that and see if they can get an open layup.
Evans swings it right. Salazar in the corner, gives it back to Hoffert, who gives it back to Evans, who puts up the shot from just inside the NLC logo, about 5 feet out from the basket, knocks it down 41-40. Wawasee with the 1-point narrow lead, and the pass stolen. Glidewell turns it over. Miller collects it and gives it back up to Hoffert, who slows things down for Wawasee as Hanover backs off. Slaybaugh goes and collects the pass from Hoffert. Slayball still holding it, gives it to Evans. Evans swings it to Hoffert in the right corner. Hoffert back to Miller. Miller looks, still looks, goes left now. Stops, gives it back to Evans on the right wing. Evans, ball fake, jab step, nothing doing. Gives it to Salazar, who gives it to Slayball. Slayball's pass down low to Evans, corralled. Evans comes back out to the top of the key. 4:11 left. Wawasee with a narrow 1-point lead in the fourth. Hanover's defense stifling Wawasee right now. Wawasee being patient, looking for a good look. Evans thinks he has it. Can't convert on it, though, from the left wing. And a foul on Josh Slayball. It's going to be his first of the game.
Unfortunately, that's going to put Wawasee at 16 fouls, so the next one's going to put Hanover on the line for the 1-and-1. Looks like we got a timeout here by Hanover. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invitational action on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Oakwood Resort in Syracuse. Oakwood Resort is offering a fun, busy work environment with a variety of responsibilities available on their team. Ideal for staycations with a seasonal winter rate for the hotel. The Waterfront Restaurant offers fine dining in a casual environment with selections as simple as chicken tenders or more upscale like surf and turf. 574-457-7100 or online at oakwoodresort.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Back with under 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter, 41-40. Wawasee leading Hanover Central in the championship game of their own tournament. Lucido in trouble, passes to his right for Popko. Popko drives on Salazar. Josh Slayball goes high and grabs the rebound and hands it off to Salazar, who loses the ball out of bounds. So a turnover for Wawasee gives Hanover the ball right back.
Hanover got lucky on that one as Wawasee just gives it right back to him. A good job of forcing a really tough contested layup, getting the rebound and giving it to your point guard. He just couldn't quite corral the pass.
Lucido down low, guarded by Hoffert, puts up a floater, no good. Evans goes up and grabs the rebound. Evans weaving through the defense, has it poked away, but it lands right with Hoffert, who gives it back to Evans. Evans driving left, puts up a shot, has it blocked. Glidewell grabs it, throws it out of bounds off of Aaron Evans. Great hustle play there by Joey Glidewell, and he gets the ball back for Hanover Central.
The Lakewood Park kids are here for the championship game. They like that one by Gladwell. That was a really nice play defensively, blocking the shot and then getting the ball back, throwing it off of Evans.
Popko drives, can't get the layup to go. That thing hung up on the back of the rim for a long time. And then a foul by Dylan Kuntz. Fifth of the game on Hanover Central.
That's demoralizing if you're Hanover. You got a chance to take the lead with a wide open layup. You miss the layup, and then you foul on that one. Wawasee's got a chance here to really extend this lead to either a deep one-possession 3-point lead or a 2-possession with a 4-point lead.
Evans up the right side, stops, gets it to Hoffert. Hoffert got to push it across the timeline. He gets it to Salazar, who gives a backdoor pass to Slayball, who kicks it out to Miller. Slayball looked like he had a wide-open shot down low. A little gun-shy there. Wawasee trying to slow things down a little bit with 2:41 left in the fourth.
Now, I'm not going to say the S-word rep Oh, and Salazar with a beautiful move to the basket gets fouled. I was getting closer saying I'm not going to say the S word according to Coach Everingham, but I really hope that Wawasee wasn't thinking about holding the ball in that one. It's only a 1-point game with an explosive team in Hanover as your opponent, so I really like that drive by Salazar. He had an open lane, took it right into the defender, got the foul, and is now going to the free throw line.
Missed the first one. For those of you at home who may be confused about the S word, Coach Everingham considers stalling to be the S word, and he does not like that term despite what his offense may do at times, which is exactly that, stall. Especially with last year we saw that, but not so much this year. As the second free throw is good from Salazar, Wawasee pushes it to a 2-point lead. Hanover Central trailing, looking to get something going with 2:25 left in the fourth. Time running out in this championship game. We got a good one brewing here as Glidewell drives in and ties things up at 42.
That is a tough kid, Red. That guy on defense is their anchor on defense, and then offensively, he's had some tough layups, and he's been able to get through.
Evans breaks the press on the right side. He's constantly had that lane tonight, using his speed to get up the court. As Evans turns it over, Lucido takes it the other way, and Wawasee, an error by Aaron Evans leads to a Hanover basket, 44-42. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break following this Hanover Central timeout. We'll be back with more Wawasee Boys basketball Holiday Invite action on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by Pilter Shoes in North Webster, offering men's and women's Brooks, walking and running shoes in men's sizes 7 to 16 and women's 5 to 13. Fitting narrow, medium wide, and extra wide. Pilter Shoes helping your knees, hips, and feet problems for over 70 years on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463 or online at piltershoes.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
1 minute, 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That is all that remains in this championship game of the Wawasee Holiday Invite Tournament. The Warriors trailing Hanover Central 44-42. Hanover pressing like they have this entire game. Wawasee been able to hang with Hanover Central despite what people may have thought after watching the early games when Hanover put 93 points up on Lakewood Park. Wawasee only scoring 63 in their game. Warriors with it now, slowing down their possession. Hoffert receives a pass on the right elbow and decides to slow things down even more and pull it back. Miller gets it left wing, thought about the three, decides not to. Minute and a half now. Hoffert gets it, goes down low, kicks it back out, turnover. Hanover Central picks it up, and another timeout from Hanover Central as they possess the ball with 1:23 left. We'll go ahead and hold it here because it's just a quick 30-second break. Wawasee turns it over in a crucial time there, down by 2. With a minute and a half left, Hanover now has a chance to push this to a 2-possession lead and put Wawasee down in a hole.
You know, Hanover actually got lucky there. That was close to a travel. You could argue the fact that Lucido had possession of the ball and just shuffled his feet. Instead, the referees said that he did not have possession and he was still attempting to gain possession of the basketball. But a really nice job by Hanover's coach. I really like these 2 timeouts that he's taken here late, especially after the fast break layup. You take the timeout, you just got the momentum, you keep that momentum, you let Wawasee think about what they just did. They just gave up the lead. You let them think about that for just a little bit longer, and then now that time forcing a turnover and letting Wawasee turn the ball over once again.
Warriors now out in a press of their own. Hanover Central looking to get the ball in, and they do. Lucido gets it, then gives it right back to the inbounder, which was Luke Barrich. Barrich goes right, guarded by Slaybaugh. The great defender for the Warriors, staying with him the whole way. Lucido has it deep top of the key, 1 minute left. Hanover, in theory, could just try and hold this the entire time. One more foul on Wawasee. One more foul against Wawasee, and Hanover will be shooting free throws. Under 1 minute now in the fourth. Hanover leading by 2. Barrich has it. Barrich being hounded, and a foul. It's going to either be on Hoffert or Slaybaugh, both in the area, and they're going to get Hoffert. That's going to be his third.
Team 7.
You know, I like the foul on Barrett right here, Rhett. The kid really went off in that first game against Lakewood Park, but has been really quiet here, only 2 points in this championship game. So I like the foul, putting him on the free throw line, someone that hasn't shot the ball at all or very well in this game, putting him on the free throw line to make these pressure free throws. Knocks down the first one, nothing but nylon like it's nothing. The kid knows what it's like to be in this pressure situation. Muscle memory on that one. Doesn't even touch the rim, puts his team up by 3 points with 47 seconds left.
20 for 23 on the season is Barrett. Good free throw shooter, putting Hanover up by 3. Wawasee hoping he misses this one, which he does. Hardy grabs a rebound. The Warriors down by 3. That is not a problem for them. We know how they can shoot from behind the line. Salazar breaks the press, gives it to Miller. Miller thought about it from the right corner. He had an opening there, but decided not to take it.
I know Miller hasn't shot that well in this one, but you have a shot that open as Hardy pops a three-pointer. And the big fella, I'm loving it, Rhett. The big fella steps beyond the arc on the three-point line and knocks it down. Nothing but nylon for his first bucket of the game. Ties up the game at 45, 21 seconds left. I guarantee you Hanover did not see that one coming, but Hardy didn't even hesitate. He steps beyond the arc, shoots it with confidence, and watches it go in as everyone on the Wawasee stands up cheering for their team. It's a tie game with 21 seconds left. Rhett, I know you have an old saying when Wawasee hits a three-pointer. I'd love to hear it right now.
Boom, baby!
There it is.
Hardy coming into the game with 4 fouls, and Coach Everingham gambling, leaving him in there, especially with the current situation right now. But Hardy pays dividends for Coach Everingham. The big fella knocking it down from behind the line. Who says big men can't shoot?
3 for 3 in this tournament is Hardy from the three-point line. The kid is on fire. I'm going to keep giving him the ball beyond the three-point arc.
He was 2 for 6 coming into today. He's increasing that 5 for 8 now, or 5 for 9, excuse me. But 21.9 on the clock, 45 to 45. Wawasee and Hanover Central tied up. 7 fouls for the Warriors, 6 fouls for Hanover. That's your game reset. Hanover led by Dominic Lucido with 21 points. He averages 12.8 a game. This game will help that average go up a little bit. Aaron Evans was 17, so he had 17 this morning, and now he has 17 in this one. So Evans, the key piece to Wawasee's offense today, he is aided by 11 points from Bennett Hoffert, who was pretty quiet this morning but has stepped up with key 11 points tonight.
He was the focus of Garrett, their defensive game plan as well, going into that one, being face guarded for most of the game. He stepped up and hit a couple big shots in this one. But like you said, Lucido had a 20-point game in that first game as well, so his average is definitely going up. Hanover going to take the last shot here. They're letting the clock run down. Of course, the captain, Lucido, has the ball, and you always got to expect he's going to take the last shot.
Hanover is going to take a timeout with 8.8 seconds left on the fourth quarter clock. It's crunch time here at the Hardwood TP. Warriors, Wildcats, tied at 45. 30-second timeout from Hanover, or excuse me, a 60-second timeout. So we're going to go ahead and keep it right here so you don't miss any of the action. These last 2 evening games were better than the first ones this morning.
That's
a couple of blowouts early on this morning in the 10 and 11:30 game. But tonight, the early game going down to the wire. Great call by Bill and Kaz on that one. And tonight, 45 to 45 with 8 ticks left of the clock.
You know,
it's
you
going to
never
be a good finish.
You never want to say what you would do in this situation if you were a coach, Rhett. But situationally, just how the game has panned out with how much time's left, what are you looking to see what both teams should do in this last couple moments of this game?
Yeah. For Hanover Central, obviously you got to get it to Dominic Lucido. He's got 21 points on the game. He's been on fire. He's got to be your guy. I say you do whatever you can to get a look at the basket moving that direction. And for Wawasee, obviously don't let anything come towards the basket. Stay with your guy. Make sure that you always are within your guy and the basket. Do not let them get between you and the hoop. And I think Wawasee should be good here. We might get some overtime, some free basketball tonight. We'll see.
I think Wawasee needs to be playing for overtime with how well Hanover has been able to play offensively. I think they need to get into the lane, however. Shooting the three has really not been their strength so far in this game. I like Lucido taking the last shot, but I would like to see it off of a drive, maybe attempting to get a foul call, but definitely going towards the hoop.
And Coach Everham's going to go ahead and take a timeout now. So Coach is going back and forth a little bit
Playing
here.
mind games.
Yeah. 30-second timeout. Wawasee looking to hold on to this one after having the lead, letting it slip away, and then battling back in the Ethan Hardy three-pointer just moments ago to tie things at 45. That's how we got here.
You know, I think all of our listeners back home would appreciate this. Obviously, everyone knows Mr. Van Loo. He's kind of the head of the program. He does everything on the radio side as well as helping out on the TV side. One thing that he's not particularly the best at, though, is basketball, and he just texted Rhett and I sent it up to the booth. He said they should put the round thingy in the round thingy.
That was what my dad always told us when he coached my elementary basketball teams. The round thing and the round thing.
It's a good
That's how you win basketball.
It's a good game plan. Mr. Van Loo, obviously you guys can tell that we did not learn everything from him. However, we do appreciate him giving us the opportunity to call these games.
Lucio receives the inbounds pass. 3 seconds. Drives to the hoop. Stripped away by Bennett Hoffert. And a timeout by Wawasee. They tried to call that thing early on. And Coach Everingham asking for 2 seconds to be put back onto the clock. But I don't know if he's going to get it or not. I don't think he is. The refs are saying no. But Everingham might have a legitimate gripe there. He called that around 2 seconds.
The only argument I could see on the referee's side, Rhett, is the fact that they didn't say that Hoffert had possession right away. Maybe Everingham went to call it. It was close. It was a bang-bang play, and honestly, it was a dangerous play by Hoffert. He might have put the best player on Hanover's team on the line with 1 second left, a tie game. All he had to do was make one free throw, but the gamble worked out for the senior, and you love to see that. You love to see the senior leader for Wawasee, one of the senior leaders, going up against the junior leading scorer, captain of the other team in the final possession. The Wawasee senior gets it done. Senior beats junior in this case, but a really, really incredible matchup to watch that one unfold.
Wawasee has the ball with 0.9 seconds, so barring an absolute miracle, we're going to be heading for extra basketball. What more could you ask for in the championship game of this holiday tournament?
And we just got a report here. The replay shows that there should be 2 seconds.
And the ball's in. Evans puts it up at the buzzer. No good. Salazar makes a nice quarterback pass right into Aaron Evans' arms.
The baseball player Salazar on that one. That was a baseball throw, an incredible pass to Aaron Evans.
Evans unable to get the ball into the hoop, unable to put the round thing and the round thing at the buzzer there. So 45-45, we'll be heading into overtime. 4 minutes left.
Before they threw that ball in, what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, we have the benefit of replay back down in the studio, and we got it radioed up to us that based off of the replay, there should have been 2 seconds left on the clock. However, high school basketball does not have the benefit of looking back at a play. You can't blame the refs on that one. It's just the equipment that the IHSAA has. You can't blame anybody.
That's the hard part about this is.
But you know what? We get to see an extra period of basketball, and we are definitely in for a treat if it's anything like the first four.
Was not enough for 32 minutes to decide this game, so we got to play at least an extra 4. So Wawasee makes a huge defensive stop. Bennett Hoffert with the strip down at the other end. Lucido had a clear path to the lane until Hoffert slid over on the help side and knocked that ball away. So Wawasee able to make a stop, and they did get a really good look with 0.9 seconds. Aaron Evans had a nice turnaround jumper lined up, but unable to convert on it. So here we go again. Our second tip of the day. Austin Miller going off against Cameron Ludwig again. They saw each other early on in the half-court circle. And Miller loses his first tip of the day. Hanover Central possesses with Dominic Lucido controlling. And we've got a whistle.
Looks like the clock didn't start right. A 5-second runoff is what it's looking like here. They're going to reset. Hanover's going to get the ball right back. Wawasee has got to get a stop right here, and Hanover really needs to get a good look. That's what it's got to come down to. Both teams, if you get this first possession on either side, offense or defense, if your side of the ball wins this first possession, it's really, really important to kick off this overtime period.
A couple of timing errors there to end the regular period and to start overtime as Austin Miller falls to the floor, but no offensive foul on Lucido as he looks to drive, guarded by Hoffert, who's played good defense all day, and then a foul on Salazar. So the fouls do not reset for this overtime period, which means that Dylan Kuntz is going to go to the line. He is shooting 5 for 9 on the season from the free throw line. looking to convert here and give Hanover the first points and the first lead, and he is unable to, and Evans grabs the rebound for the Warriors. He takes it up the left side himself, speeds past the defense, and then pulls it back for Hoffert. Still tied at 45. Salazar drives, puts up a shot. Out of bounds. Nope. They're going to say it was grabbed just inbounds by Joey Glidewell. So Hanover Central grabs the rebound off the missed Salazar shot, and they come the other way. Still looking to take the lead with the first points of overtime. 3:21 left in this overtime period. Near turnover there from Hanover Central. Disaster averted as Lucido collects it. Guarded by Salazar. Gives it to Barrich. Barrich swings it over to Kuntz. Kuntz goes to his right. Passes it back into the corner for Barrich. Barrich guarded by Miller. Hardy picks up Ludwig, who receives the pass and then gives it right back to the right wing for Glidewell, who swings it to the top of the key for Barrich, guarded by Austin Miller, and they're going to call a foul on Miller there, which sends Barrich, a great free throw shooter, to the line as Salazar will sit down for the Warriors and Josh Schleybaugh comes in.
That's definitely not what you wanted for Wawasee right there, to put one of the best free throw shooters in this game on the line to attempt to give his team the first points and the first lead of this overtime period. They did a good job of staying in front. However, they did foul him, and Barrich makes him pay, knocking down that front end of the 1-and-1. And also big for Wawasee here, too, is their next foul is in the double bonus. So Hanover will get 2 shots regardless of what happens.
Barrich goes through his double dribble motion and knocks down the second free throw. Just 2 dribbles and a shot, simple, but gets the job done. 47-45, 2:43 left in this overtime period. Wawasee down by 2, doesn't need to force anything. Plenty of time left on the clock. They don't even need a 3 here. Just look for something good if you're the Warriors.
I'd like to see Aaron Evans get the ball down in the post.
Hoffert swings it for Miller, who thought about the 3. Hoffert drives, puts up the shot, no good. Ball loose. Hoffert collects his own rebound, kicks it out to Miller. Miller looks to swing it to the right, does not. Evans gets it in the left corner, thought about the 3. Swings it to Schleybaugh, dangerous pass. Hoffert gets it from Schleybaugh, pulls from deep.
Oh!
Bang!
Oof,
Bennett Hoffert pulls out the bow and quiver celebration, knocking down the deep three-pointer to give Wawasee the 48-47 lead with 1:55 left in overtime.
The senior getting the big play on defense, now on offense, getting it done for the Warriors. Have a night, Bennett Hoffert.
14 points for the senior. Hanover Central down by 1. Lucido on the drive. Pretty spin move and a scoop layup.
No.
Sports Center top 10 blows going back and forth here. Hoffert with the deep 3 and Lucido with the nice spin move. Put him through the spin cycle. Hanover reclaims a lead, 49-48. 1 minute, 26 left. Hoffert again. Oh, bang! Bennett Hoffert, unconscious. 51-49, Wawasee with the lead.
There goes that man.
1:15 left in overtime. Answer from Lucido! Lucido comes back with a three-pointer of his own. 52-51, Hanover Central leads.
2 Titans going back and forth, blow after blow. Hoffert, it's your turn. You got an answer for Lucido because he sure had one for you.
Lucido and Hoffert doing it themselves in overtime. Miller drives in. Pass stolen by guess who? Dominic Lucido. Hanover with it. Hardy trying to play defense and commits his 5th foul of the game, which is going to put Lucido at the line to shoot free throws. Not a great free throw shooter on the year, just over 50%.
Lucido looks shaken up on that one too, Red, but that kid is fighting hard in this game. I doubt he's going to be taken out of this one.
Lucido 26 points. Hoffert 17, the 2 going at it. Hoffert, the senior leader of this team, has started all 10 games that the Warriors have played this year. Lucido, the second leading scorer, but stepping up big tonight with 26. Double bonus on the way. Makes the first free throw, nothing but net. 53-51 Hanover. A 3-point lead is not safe. We know that very, very well based on just the last 30 seconds of play here. And it is a 3-point lead for Hanover as they take a timeout.
Lucido doesn't even touch the rim on those 2 free throws. Shaken up on the play after getting fouled by Hardy. The kid is a warrior, Rhett. He is going at it in this overtime period, trading blow after blow with the senior Hoffert. Right there makes a big play defensively, getting the steal, and then knocking down the free throws. Lucido is definitely someone that I would want on my team in crunch time. He is stepping up big when it matters here in this game.
54-51. Hanover Central Wildcats leading the Wawasee Warriors. 45.3 seconds left. 10 fouls for the Warriors, 6 for Hanover. Wawasee with the ball here will take it out on the far end of the court away from their basket. 3-point lead not safe with the way Wawasee can shoot and the way that Bennett Hoffert has been feeling it these last couple minutes, this overtime period. Hoffert tied with Aaron Evans for the points lead on Wawasee's team right now. But obviously, Dominic Lucido with 28 in this one. He is lights out today.
Someone that's going to have to step up for Wawasee right now is senior Josh Slayball. Ethan Hardy went out of the game. He fouled out, and he's a big supply of their rebounding, so Slayball's got to crash the boards, as well as Hardy. They're losing that three-point ability. The big fella's stepping out behind the arc and knocking a couple of those down. They lose that, and Hardy, as Slayball is not as much of a three-point threat. I don't even believe he's taken a three-pointer so far on the year, so Slayball's got to step up on the rebounding area of this basketball game. Let's see if Wawasee can tie this one up.
38 ticks. 54-51, Warriors trail. Overtime. Championship of the Wawasee Holiday Invite. Miller drives. Layup blocked. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be Hanover Central ball.
I'm not sure what Austin Miller was thinking on that one. It was a really good draw by Coach Everingham to have Miller drive to the right side with Hoffert in the lane, waiting for Lucido to help side. All Miller had to do was kick it to Hoffert in the corner. He would have had an open three-pointer, an opportunity to tie it. The kid's been hot. Feed him the ball. Miller there chose to keep it instead and turns it over.
Hoffert commits the foul there. Luke Barrich is going to go to the line. Knockdown free throw shooter. These two are probably automatic from him, but you never know. 54-51 still. Wawasee trailing Hanover by just 3 points with 24 seconds left.
Barrich has missed 2 free throws in this game, Red, so that's really important for Wawasee, but all he needs to do for Hanover is knock down one of them, and it looks like it's going to be the first one. However, rolls out, so Wawasee stays alive, still a one-possession game. Barrich has got to knock this one down for Hanover to put the nail in the coffin. However, 24 seconds left. A lot can happen. As we saw earlier in this game, Hoffert and Lucido trading blows back-to-back. Let's see if he can do it one more time as Barrich steps up to the free throw line.
Jaden Boyer into the game for the Warriors. Barrich, good on the second one. That one rattled around and went down. 24 seconds, Wawasee down by 4. Not the end of the world for the Warriors, but they got to move quickly. Miller drives, puts up the shot. It's good. Everingham takes the timeout with 16 seconds. So down by 2, the Warriors going to have to play this foul and shoot game again. We'll keep it right here with 16 ticks left on the nose. 55-53, Hanover with the lead.
Miller redeemed himself a little bit on that one, Rhett, getting that jumper to fall right there. Wawasee calling a quick timeout. Only down 2. So the good thing in this one is that Hanover has to hit both free throws to push it to a 2-possession game, which is big. Honestly, if you're Wawasee, I'm looking to foul Barrich. The kid's missed 3 free throws already in this game. He's probably shooting about 50% today. However, he is a really good free throw shooter. But when you miss a couple, especially in crunch time, it gets in the head. One person who you cannot let catch the ball, obviously, is the captain for Hanover, who's going off 28 points in this one, Dominic Lucido. Anybody else but him catches the ball. Anybody else but him. You gamble on anyone but Lucido, because that kid's not going to miss, and he's going to have a 30-point game if he catches this ball.
Everingham looking like he is trying to make some substitutions, some interesting moves, trying to get some guys in that haven't played a lot so they can foul here without worrying about Bennett Hoffert mainly, who has 4 fouls. So Hoffert's going to sit down. I believe Ethan Carey is the one who's coming in for him.
The big thing here, though, is that I'm not sure if Wawasee has any more timeouts, and if Hoffer's out of this game, say Wawasee gets a steal, there's no one to shoot that three-pointer out. I mean, they do have Miller and Evans in there, and guys are capable of shooting the three-pointer, but you definitely want to get it to the guy that's hot right now, and that's Hoffert.
Dylan Kuntz, the senior forward for Hanover, can move along the baseline, gets it inbounds to Joey Glidewell. Glidewell kicks it up for Lucido. Lucido holding on to it, and he is fouled hard from behind by Ethan Carey. So it's going to send Lucido to the line, looking to make this a 4-point lead for Hanover once more.
Not quite sure what was going through the minds of the Wawasee players on that one. They had exactly what they wanted. They had Joey Gidwell, who really hasn't shot the ball very much at all late in this game, and not at all in this overtime period. He caught the ball. They let him hold it for a couple seconds, waste some clock. Then he got it over to Lucido, and Lucido wasn't going to give the ball up. The first free throw is up, nothing but nylon. Of course, Lucido's going to knock that one down. A really kind of blown play there by Wawasee. They had a chance to gamble and give Gidwell the free throws. Instead, they choose to have Lucido. You pick your poison, I guess, and the captain is making you pay.
30-3-0, mark it. Lucido puts up a 30 spot on Wawasee in the championship game. 7 seconds. Evans drives, pulls up, no good. Rebound loose, still loose. 2 seconds, Hanover grabs it, and the foul by the Warriors is going to send Hanover Central to the line on the other end. But the Wildcats are going to be able to pull this one out over Wawasee. The Warriors just let this one slip away from them.
It's really a heartbreaking loss, Brad. The Warriors played so well all day today. They played really well in that first game. They played well in this championship game. They just could not quite play as up to par as Dominic Lucido and the rest of his teammates from Hanover Central. It's heartbreaking. However, he did miss the first free throw. It's a 4-point game with 1.5 seconds left. This one's all but wrapped up.
Ludwig knocks down the second one. Wawasee just trying to make something real quick happen here. Salazar chucks it deep. Ball loose. Evans grabs it. No good at the buzzer. So Hanover Central pulls out a 58-53 win over Wawasee. That moves Hanover Central to an impressive 7-3 mark on the season, and Wawasee falls to 3-7. Warriors have a lot to be happy about with this one. Obviously, it hurts to lose, and it's never fun, but there are a lot of good things they can take away from this team. This game. This is a solid Hanover Central team.
And in my entire broadcasting career, I've done a couple tournaments. I've done a lot of really high-scoring games. I have never seen a player go off the way that Dominic Lucido has in this entire tournament, but especially in this championship game. A 30-pointer on Wawasee, on their home court in the championship. The kid had a night, and he's only a junior. He's got one more year left. He's already one of the captains of this team. Obviously, he put the rest of his team on his back here tonight, and he definitely deserves to be holding up that trophy here.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your post-game wrap-up with stats and an interview with Coach John Everingham. We'll be back with more Wawasee boys basketball holiday invite action on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Broadcasting from Wawasee High School at number 1 Warrior Path in Syracuse, Indiana, we are 93.7 FM The Mix, WRWT LP Syracuse, a Pathways program.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and all-day delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13, 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse. Before the game, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, and dinner specials. Chubby's Pub and Grub inside Wawasee Bowl on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hardwood TP for your post-game wrap-up. Wawasee falls a tough one, 58-53 to Hanover Central. Congratulations to the Hanover Central Wildcats on making a long trip today. Or, well, last night, I should say. They spent the night at Brook Point Inn and were able to relax here today because it would have been a 2-hour drive with the time change and all that. But congratulations to them, nonetheless, on getting a win today over a tough Wawasee team who fought hard and was playing for a lot here on their home floor.
Yeah, and a little shout out there to Brook Point Inn, one of our sponsors, hosting one of the teams for Wawasee's tournaments, doing a little bit extra here for us. And Hanover, of course, playing really, really well in this entire tournament. 92 points in that first game, and then they ended this one with 58 points. An incredible performance all around, and really this game could have gone a little bit more on Hanover's side had they not shot so poorly in that first half.
Quick look at your stats here before we get Coach Everingham up into the booth with us. Wawasee led in scoring by Bennett Hoffert with 17. Also, Aaron Evans with 17. Hoffert shot 6 of 11, 5 of 7 from behind the arc. He was unconscious from 3 tonight. Aaron Evans, 7 for 14, 2 for 6 from behind the arc. And then, other than that, not much. 7 points from Cameron Salazar, 7 from Austin Miller, 2 from Josh Schlabon, 3 from Ethan Hardy. It was a big 3, the one that sent us to overtime. Wawasee shoots 20 for 47 from the field on the entire game, 42% for 53 points. Obviously, they turned the ball over 15 times, so Hanover Central was able to do what they wanted to and force a lot of turnovers out of Wawasee.
Yeah, Wawasee, they played an all-around pretty solid game, just not quite enough. I was very pleasantly surprised with how well they handled Hanover's aggressive pressure. All throughout the game, they had a couple turnovers, but not that bad for a Wawasee team that sometimes struggles holding onto the basketball. One of the big keys in this entire tournament was to win the turnover battle and take care of the basketball, and I think Coach Everingham is going to be proud when we talk to him a little bit later about how his guys did in that aspect of the game. Just could not quite get it done. They could have gotten a couple more stops on the defensive end, especially late in that game, letting Lucido catch the ball and then having to foul him to shoot those free throws. That definitely is one that they're going to be kicking themselves over. But they really cannot be disappointed with how they played all day today. It was a really great tournament for them, a good time to kind of transition and towards the end part of the year. Granted, this isn't exactly the halfway point of the year, but it is an important marker. Christmas break, you get a little bit of a refresher. Even though it's not halfway, you get that kind of halfway break with your guys going on Christmas break and getting them refocused. This holiday tournament, Wawasee's got to be very, very pleased with how their guys did.
Obviously, the big scorer for the Hanover Central Wildcats was Dominic Lucido with 30 points. Nobody even close to him after that. He was efficient tonight, 11 for 16, as Hanover Central gets a big night from their stud junior guard and wins it 58-53. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. Coach Everingham will be with us when we return with more Wawasee Boys Basketball Holiday Invite postgame on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you today by State Farm Insurance agent Dan Buckman behind Syracuse Glass. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Online at danforinsurance.com. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Glass, offering custom frame mirrors, shower enclosures, residential and commercial window glass, custom glass for furniture, and auto glass repair and replacement for over 25 years. Syracuse Glass next to Burger King on State Road 13, 574-457-5516.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Pizza King in North Webster and Syracuse, offering pizza, subs, pasta, salads, and more with delivery service. Pizza King in North Webster, 834-2565, and Syracuse, 457-5446 or online at pizza-king.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse, a full-service team helping clients buy and sell homes as well as assisting with leasing opportunities. Northern Lakes Realty is a proud supporter of Wawasee Athletics, located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Back here with the last segment of our post-game wrap-up. We got Coach Everingham here on hand. Coach, thanks for joining us. A tough loss for your guys tonight, just a 5-point defeat against a very solid Hanover Central team. And, you know, it was a tough one, but a good learning experience nonetheless. I know losing is never fun, but,
yeah,
you know,
they Hanover Central, congratulations to them, I think first and foremost. But, they come out this morning and they scored 92 points, and we really felt like we had to gain control of that tempo, and I thought we did in the third quarter just a little bit, and kind of gave us a little momentum and a little energy going into the fourth quarter. So, proud of our guys and the way they competed. Ethan Hardy hits a big three to kind of send it in overtime. Ben Hoffert with a huge strip right underneath you guys right here to get it to overtime. And then, Ben makes a couple really big shots in overtime to really give us a chance to win. And I think coming into the game, we were just thinking we got to put ourselves in crunch time, clutch situations in this game. And we did that. So we overall, it was a really good day. We made way too many mistakes in crucial situations that winning teams don't do. And so we'll have to take a look at those on film and kind of see where our mistakes was and try to get better.
Yeah, and during the break, I kind of mentioned to you Dominic Lucida with those 30 points. He kind of made a little disgusted noise. Well, he was efficient. 11 for 16 tonight, did a really good job. How would a team even be able to stop him?
Well, he's coming into the game, he's shooting 20% from three-point range, and obviously tonight he has a career game against us, and the three that he hit right there late obviously is a big-time play. He was feeling it. Their second leading scorer was 6 points, and so, we failed on one guy, and it's a game that we're – you've been around here for a couple of years and seen the Wawasee Warriors play. We've come a long way to get to where we're at right now, where we're kind of expecting to win in those situations. We just didn't do it tonight. Just a couple key turnovers that if we would have hung on to the ball just a little bit longer, we'd get wide open layups. And like I said, unfortunately, we didn't do it. But overall, that's 64 plus 4. That's 68 minutes of basketball today and a lot of really positive things to pull from.
Yeah, and you mentioned on those positive things. So how can you build on this day going forward? Obviously, 2 games today, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. A full day of basketball for your guys. How can you build on this momentum going forward into a big NLC showdown with Northwood in just a couple days?
Yeah, we'll flip the switch pretty quickly, and we'll have to come in and kind of run off some of the the lactic acid, for tomorrow to make sure that our guys aren't going and getting 2 days off. But, we'll take a look at film tomorrow and kind of talk about crunch time situations, and then we'll be able to practice it. So, at the beginning of the season, we're practicing, execution and defensive positioning and things like that, and really trying to get to be a competitive team. And then it comes down to facing pressure, and I thought we did a good job tonight against some of their trapping pressure. And we made improvements from game 1 to game 2 in that area. Then it comes down to situational basketball. When it's crunch time, you got to be able to execute in crunch time. And so those are 2 things versus pressure and situational basketball. I still thought we still have some work to do in those areas. But we're executing really well. We're getting good shots. We scored 115 points today. So overall, we're in really good shape, but we got some work to do.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us up here. And hopefully you're able to build on this and get a big win over an NLC opponent, Northwood, in about a week. So great talking to you. Good to see you again, Coach.
Yeah, good seeing you, man.
Thanks for joining us up here, and good luck the rest of your season. So Coach Everingham joins us up here, recapping this one a little bit, and just a tough loss for the Warriors. They gave up 30 points to a very solid Dominic Lucido he's got a bright future ahead of him, but Wawasee kind of feels the sting of this one, 58-53, losing the championship on their home court.
Yeah, it was a heartbreaking loss in the championship, but a lot of good things came out of today, and I think that's what Coach Everingham is going to be focusing on, continuing it into this later part of the year, and especially with the big game against Northwood coming up. They did a lot of things right. Unfortunately for Wawasee, they really kind of live and die by that three-pointer. Today it worked out for them all day long in both the first game and then the championship game. However, I'm not sure how long that's going to last for Wawasee, so let's hopefully get to see them get some open shots here and continue this hot streak that they had here today.
Couple of housekeeping items before we wrap up here. Just a reminder, tomorrow, another day like today, 4 games right here on the Mix, 93.7 FM and CPG TV. The girls basketball team will be hosting the Wawasee Shootout. I will not be a part of that tomorrow, but Andrew, I know you will be here. Mason and Braxton will be back as well. Also, Bill and Kaz will be in on that tomorrow, so it'll be another full day, 4 basketball games.
We have some new faces as well with some freshmen.
We
yes, and you guys will get to see my longtime broadcasting partner and very good friend, Michael Shetler, is making his return to the broadcasting booth. Unfortunately, wasn't here today because it was his father's birthday. Happy birthday, Papa Shetler. Hope you have a fantastic day, but we're stealing your son away tomorrow once again. So it's going to be fun. I get my old broadcasting partner back. We get to train some youngins, get some freshmen up here in the booth. It's going to be an exciting day. Hopefully the girls can have as much success and hopefully a little bit more than the guys did here today.
Before we sign off, we obviously would like to thank our underwriting sponsors who provide us with this opportunity to broadcast all of these games. Northern Lakes Realty, Pizza King, Syracuse Glass, State Farm Insurance, Agent Dan Buckman, Lake City Bank, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Brook Point Inn, Syracuse Pizza Hut, Pilcher's Shoes, Oakwood Resort, Shop Offs Drive-In, Foyle Plumbing, Goshen Home Medical, 1950 Signs and Graphics, and Sox Marina. Woo, that is the longest list I've ever had to run through. I tell you what.
That's a good thing. We got a lot of people that care about this basketball team, care about the community, and care about what we're doing here at the radio station, and we appreciate every one of you.
And a special thank you to our crew and broadcasters today. Andrew, obviously, thanks for being back. Mason Gray, Braxton Gray, Bill Dixon, and Kaz Zinal on the great call of the earlier version of tonight's game. And on the TV side, Connor Lucas, Sarah Mills, Kaylina Chupp as well with the broadcast on CPG TV. And, of course, Phil Huffman and Jeremy Van Loo, the two very gracious instructors, allowing us to come back and take over the airwaves for a couple of hours today. And don't forget, tomorrow, those 4 games, like we mentioned earlier, will be right here on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV. Once again, your final score, Hanover Central Wildcats win the Wawasee Invite 58-53 over the host Wawasee Warriors. For my broadcast partner, Andrew Mamone, I'm Rick Hoban saying thank you for tuning in tonight, and good night, everybody.